What is going on, everybody? Pachy here. Um, my co-pilot is currently AFK. I have no idea where they are, but I hope everyone had a beautiful Christmas. I hope everyone had an eventful, well-spent holiday with their loved ones. Um, Here we are, December 27th, 2 days after Christmas, approaching the new year, and we're just going to talk about how the holiday went for us and what our plans are going into the new year. Nukem Blaze is in the building. My prediction is they will talk about family, food, and drinks for the next hour straight. Well, that would be true if we were here, but it looks like it's just going to be me yapping for the next hour. Um, but I do have some goals set for the new year for myself as an individual, as a person. I do have goals for myself as a streamer, as a content creator, if you will. Um, I have a lot of spiritual and mental things that I have to work on my personal stuff, like on my individual self. And this year I did a lot of self healing and self loving, and we've come a long way. Here we are. Damn you, Jersey hard rip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say you just drive over there and bang on the door because I have a feeling she might have fell asleep, which is okay, right? Because she's a hardworking lady. She's a hard working lady. But yeah, here we are. Possibly Kimmy with the resub. It's been 3 months that you've been subbed. There's no way. And why are you subbed on this account and not my personal account? But thank you so much for supporting Paradise Esports. Speaking of which, we do have some big plans in the very near future going into 2025. There were some plans and goals that I had for our organization that obviously went on hold this year because of the whole separation I had with the mother of my kids and everything that I went through. But we are gonna pick up where we left off almost a year later, and we have high hopes, big plans, and we're gonna shoot for the stars on this one. Um, I honestly don't know how to I guess go about this next hour or so because I've never done this alone without Kimbo. We either both mutually agree to reschedule for the week or postpone for a couple minutes, but I've never actually gone live at 10 p.m. Without my counterpart. Um, I think your New Year goals should change the name of the show, the Pachy and Kimbo maybe show. I actually think you're correct. You know, that's definitely uh, a good idea. Lay down, baby. Because I like Kimbo more than you, so I don't want to sub just to you. That's actually valid, extremely valid. Let's go ahead and switch over to the scene. I just don't know what to put there because that's usually where her camera goes. But we'll go there now, and ta-da! Here we are. Let me go ahead and adjust my camera a little bit to be centered. Oh, please don't mind the mess in the background. I also have all my kids with me tonight, and they're all awake. So if you guys see me in the background yelling to some kids, my apologies. Backdoor blast. I hope you had a good holiday, my guy. Hope to see. Oh, happy to see you're still at it. Yes, sir. And if you still play Rocket League competitive, I have some great news in the very near future. If you're not already in our Discord, I highly recommend you join. I know a lot of people left because of everything that happened in the last year, sort of say. But we are gonna revamp our server and bring some things back, and it's gonna be very exciting because we're gonna incorporate. Uh, I don't want to say exactly what's gonna happen, but we got some big things cooking. This is the server link to our Discord server. We're gonna go ahead and pin that, and then here we are. Send me a computer, and I'll replace the bum. Man, I heard you make all the big bucks, bro. I heard you make all the big bucks. You should be able to afford, um, you know. Yes, mama. Here, lay down right next to me, right here, and use my phone. But I guess I'll take this time to chat about myself and my Christmas. Um, Here you go, baby. My family came down from Pennsylvania to visit me. Mom, dad. Um, Unfortunately, my oldest brother could not come down. Um, but I did spend it with my two brothers that I have here that live locally. Um, I had my daughter's Christmas Eve. So the plan was that I was gonna have my daughter's Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day they would go to their mom's house for the day. But we spent Christmas Eve here. We had a good time, and then Christmas Day comes around, and they wake up, they do their presents, and the mother of my kids texts me. He's like, "Hey, so when are you gonna come pick them up?" And I was under the impression that they were gonna stay with her for the day, because it's Christmas Day. I don't know if most people do like dinners or they do something fun and festive, but she ended up messaging me saying, "Hey, what time are you picking up the kids?" So I ended up having my kids for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which is pretty cool. Um, and then my family from Pennsylvania was down here. We ate a lot. I believe they're gonna stay here into the new year, unless they plan on going home. That I'm not entirely sure. Um, but I hope everyone here has had a good time. Nuke and Blaze, how was your Christmas? Kimmy, how was your Christmas? Um, I have lost the Christmas spirit over the years. Um, I know it's crazy to say, crazy to believe, but I did develop, I guess, a liking to the idea behind Christmas. Like for the kids, to keep the spirit alive for the kids. But I myself, I mean, it's been years since, and I think that's one thing that the mother of my kids hated me for during our whole relationship is because I'm not really like festive, and it's for every holiday, not just Christmas. I was always the wallet, and that shit always that is a pain in itself. I just sent a message to Kimbo, and I think she might have just fallen asleep. Uh, but here we go. New Year's resolutions. Going into 2025, me as an individual, the first thing that I need to, you know, is work on myself. We won't talk about that patch. Not here. To which part? I already forgot what I said. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. About me not being festive, right? Um, Going into the new year, there's a couple things that I want to do that I want to attack full force, and I want to like commit myself to. The first thing is my weight. Now, this year, 2024, was probably the worst year I've ever lived in my life, mentally, emotionally, just everything. So, and I let myself go completely. I went and got myself weighed. Um, was it 3 days ago? I weigh 285 pounds. Um, that's a little bit almost at the heaviest I've ever been. Right. I think the biggest I've ever been in my life was like 290 pounds, and this was like maybe like 10 years ago. I guess. Okay, maybe not that long. Well, actually, I think it was. Actually, it was when it was in the middle of the relationship, my last relationship. So we were together for 8 years, somewhere in the middle. I think I was the heaviest I've ever been at 290. So I would like to say maybe like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I reached my all-time like heaviness, 290 pounds, just 10 pounds short of 300 pounds. And that's a scary thought for me, because I don't think that's healthy, like at all. And I used to be really, I don't want to say fit, but I was in great shape. I used to run track. I used to go to the track every night, run 3 miles, sit ups, push ups. Like I was in the best shape for the longest time. Um, and then I got content, got in a relationship, I got comfortable, and I just started bringing up the weight, bringing up the pounds. Um, so the absolute heaviest that I ever was 290 pounds, and I weighed myself like 3 days ago, and I'm at 285, just 5 pounds shy of the heaviest I've ever been, and that's gonna be my motivation to get back into the gym, get back in shape, and give myself a better life, hopefully, physically and like health wise. Um, I've been paying for a gym membership for the past year. That's 12 months of Planet Fitness membership being paid, and I've only ever gone like 4 times, maybe five at best. So 5 days out of 365 days is how many times I went to the gym this year, and I'm still paying for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take full advantage of it into the new year. I'm obviously not gonna go the first week because everyone's New Year's resolution is the same thing: go to the gym, get in shape, yada yada yada. Um, so I'm not gonna go the first week because I know the first week, or maybe even like the first 2 weeks, is gonna be stupid packed. So many people, people that just there just to say that they're there, or like they want to do something, right? Like me, when I go to the gym and I make myself go and I try to go, I'm pretty consistent. I just know that lately I just haven't had the time, the energy, or like the motivation to just get up and go. But once I get up and go, it's a whole different world. Um, so I'm gonna start with some good dieting. Obviously no sugar, um, no carbonation, none of that. And then I'm gonna get on a really, I don't want to say high protein diet because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to like bulk up or anything, but I am gonna stick to like just protein based healthy food. You know, I'm Spanish, and our go to like base meal is rice, and I'm also head of household to my 4 daughters when I have them, and the cheapest thing that we love to eat that everybody enjoys is pasta, and that shit is dangerous to your health. Pasta and rice, terrible. Same. Have one, and I didn't go at all this year. Kimmy, that's gonna be our goal. Okay, we're both gonna just be like, you know what? We have to get up and go. I feel like if we just get up and leave our homes, we'll be good. But that's the hardest thing for me because like it's not the money, right? It's paying for itself. I already it's drafted from my account. I have a vehicle. I have my gym clothes. Is the lack of motivation to just physically get the fuck up my ass, like get off my ass and out the door into the car and just drive there. Because we have time. I know I keep saying time. I keep saying time is like a factor or an issue, but if you think about it, most gyms are 24/7. I know the gym membership I got is Planet Fitness. They close like I think 11 p.m. Countless times, and they open like early, like 6, 7 a.m. We have the time. We just lack the motivation. So I feel like I work late. I work until 11 p.m. and I don't get back into the Hickory area until like midnight. So I would have to go in the morning. Like that's just my thing. But my problem is that when I come home, I have this beautiful setup that I just like. I don't have to play video games. I don't have to stream. But it just looks so good that I just sit down, push my little button, turn on my PC, and sometimes I just come home and sit. I just sit and browse Twitch, whoever's streaming, any of my friends, and I watch them for a little bit. Or I'm just like paying bills and I get lost on like YouTube or whatever. But I don't. My problem is just coming home, decompressing, and going to bed. I can't do that. I don't know why. It's so hard for me. So I end up staying on to like 3, 4, 5 a.m. Then I wake up the next day, just have enough time to shower, and then get to work. But if I come home and just give myself that power, that mental power, right? That willpower of just saying, hey, look, I'm not touching my computer. I'm just going to go straight to bed, shower, go to bed. 1 a.m. latest, wake up 7, 8 a.m. I have a whole half a day in front of me, all those hours that we have. I mean, yeah, you're right. Could go on my way home from work. Right. So for you, it would be on your way home from work. For me, it would be before I go to work. Now, we work complete opposite schedules, and that's fucking wild. But we have the we have the time. I just feel like, and I say we because like clearly we both are on the same page. But I feel like time management is what we have to work on the absolute most. And I will get there. And that's my New Year's resolution. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. My one is just fixing my time, adjusting my time management, and just fitting 1 hour. That's all I need. I play video games for 3, 4 hours at a time. You mean to tell me I can't tell myself to get off either an hour early or get on an hour later just so I can go physically get better? No, that's just me being lazy and coming up with 1,000 excuses. So into the new year, I'm gonna make sure that we are committed and that we are, we're here for it because I'm tired of feeling this way. I have what you call it? Uh, I feel, I don't want to say disgusting, right? Because that's a terrible word, but I feel not healthy. You know, like when I go to work, for instance, when I go to work to go up the stairs to my department, I get out of breath, and it's like, oh my God, Missy D with the 3 biddies. Thank you so much. She says, oh my God, look who it is. How are you? How was your Christmas, Missy? Making bettering yourself a priority. Exactly. Because I'm tired of going into work, walking up them stairs, and I'm out of breath. I didn't even clock in yet, and I'm out of breath. And that's unhealthy. And I'm being 100% honest. Like, I'm being so honest with you guys. The second thing is, uh, the health wise, why I feel like this is not only going out of breath and I feel like poop, but like it takes a lot of joy out of me as a person. And I might get a little bit too personal here, and my apologies. But same thing with like a physicalness, right? I don't feel attractive. Like I don't feel like I look like I used to be, or I don't feel like I don't feel confident, if that's the word, right? And then confidence leads to all your sexual experience, if you will. And I don't even feel that. And that lack of is what kills me because I'm just like, if I look at myself and I'm not content and happy with myself, why would anybody else look at me and be happy with me, right? So it's a mental thing, right? There's a psychology behind it. And that's what kills me the most because like I just don't feel good, I don't feel good. Great to see ya. I literally have an ear infection. Oh no. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope you're taking medicine for it. Sluggish. Yes, we feel extremely sluggish, and it's it's terrible. I hate feeling this way. And I let myself go this year because of everything that I've been through. I just need like 2 months. My body is the type to where if I focus and motivate myself to do something and I'm gonna do it and I achieve it, then I'm great. I just want to be where I used to be, around the 240, 245 mark. That's where my body is best comfortable at. Don't worry, I've never felt attractive or confident. You liar. You look so good right now, Harry. You sexy man. What are we ding ding dinging? Um but yeah, so first resolution, eat healthy, get more active, go back to the gym, get back down to my desired weight at like 240, 245. Um And the last thing about my personal things, about New Year's resolutions, is I aspire to be more active with my inner self, and I mean that in a spiritual way, because I was never like the religious person. I was born raised Catholic, um, and then when I moved up to Pennsylvania after my separation, um, I needed help, like mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And I came across 2 people, and I will never forget these people, bro. Like I shit you not, I was in Walmart crying. I was literally crying at a Walmart parking lot, and these 2 ladies walk up to me, and one thing that I respect about these 2 ladies is they weren't the type that walk up to your door or like run up to you and be like, hey, you should be this and do this and follow this and like what I'm saying, they didn't shove religion down my throat. Instead, I was sitting in my truck, I was crying. They looked at me, we made eye contact, and I can't remember the exact movements, but all I know is that they saw me. We made eye contact, and I was fucked up. I come out, they walk up to me, they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I can't remember the exact words, but it was along the lines of them checking up on me as a human being. And I was like, "Yeah, like I mean, I'm okay. I'm just like I'm hurting." I explained to them what was hurting me, and I explained to them what was going on, and they were like, "Hey, everything's gonna be all right. This is we were sent here to find you and look for you and make sure you're all right." And they didn't really pitch a religion to me, right? Because I didn't find out the religion until like weeks later, right? They were like, "Hey, look, keep your head up, keep your chin up. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's rough right now, but that's life, and everything's gonna get better. You just have to have faith, and this and that." And we talked, I think, for like 20 minutes at a Walmart parking lot, bro. And they calmed me down. I'm not gonna lie. I was extremely flustered, extremely bothered, agitated, whatever words you want to use. Um, and they calmed me down, and they were like, "Hey, look, if you ever want to chat, you know, here's my number. You text me." They were like, "I won't reach out to you until you reach out to me." And I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate that." Like, it just felt good venting, right? I'm not the type of person to vent, but I was down bad. I think a week goes by, and like I had another like mental breakdown, and I text them. I was like, "Hey, look, we met at a Walmart parking lot. You told me to message you. I just need someone to talk to." They were there, and they told me, "Hey, look, this and that." Long story short, I text them every day, and every night they would text me like, "Hey, look." They would text me a passage, right, from the Bible, just a piece of the Bible. "Hey, look, just read this over, and make a prayer tonight. Say a prayer." I did. I text them back. Every night they would message me, reach out to me. Mind you, this whole time, we talked for like weeks, like 2 3 weeks. I never knew the religion. I was not that I was clueless, but like again, they weren't like, "Hey, this is the one that's for you, and this is what you got to do." Um, so long story short, they invite me over to their church, and I went one day, and my God, it was beautiful. I don't understand what goes on in church, like when they read the Bible and they say all these things, and people reading with them and all that good stuff. Because I've never been to church like that, but it was a great experience. These people were loving, they were great, and I found out that day that they were Mormon, right? Yeah, something Saint. God, I forgot what it was. They said they don't call themselves that. They call themselves something saints. I forget what it was, but they were like, yeah, it's basically what a lot of people would call Mormons. And I was like, oh well, thank you for like everything. And then at that time, I had to move back down to North Carolina. But even after I left, right, Latter Day Saints, yes, that. And even after I left Pennsylvania and I made it down here to North Carolina, they would text me every day. "Hey, hope you're doing well. Hope you're fine. Hope everything is working out for you." Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrible at texting people back. And I don't want to say ignored them, but I just never replied to them for like weeks. But they were so persistent, right? They were caring, because it wasn't like, "Hey, you forgot about us," or "Hey, this is what you got to do, pray, yada yada." Like, no, they were genuinely checking up on me, like as an individual, as a person. And that was a great, I guess you can say, like, experience. Just knowing that there's people out there that like genuinely care about you, right? Um, so what I would like to do going into the new year, is get back in touch with that um, religious side. Again, I am Catholic, and I hear that there's no Catholic churches down here in North Carolina where I'm at. Um, I would love to follow the footsteps of the Mormon people, right? Because that's what helped me get through the toughest times in my life. I just don't know where I can go about that here. Um, but I don't want like I don't want a church or seek a religion that's just gonna always hawk me and say, hey, look, this is what you have to do, this is what you can't do, type thing, right? And I guess maybe that is the point of religion, for them to be strict on their rules and their not so much rules, but like their guidelines or whatever. And that's just one thing that I never liked, you know. But yeah, that's just one thing that I would love to work on myself, mentally, physically, spiritually. And when I say mentally, so physically would be the gym. I would love to go back to the gym and get back into shape. Spiritually, I would love to get back into a church and devote my time, my spare time, and my inner self to something. And mentally, it would be therapy again because I am not okay mentally. And I know people will come into this server and they look at my live streams when I stream and they're like, man, this guy's goofy, he's funny. What a lot of people don't realize is that some of the people that are hurting the most are the ones that hide behind a smile. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say, hey, look, oh, I hate my life. And yet, no, I don't hate my life, but I am extremely broken inside and I'm going through a lot mentally and I cry a lot. And I know that's crazy to say. And there's a lot of people that don't be like, oh, you're a pussy for that. You're a man, yada, yada. No, actually, just maybe like a week ago, I had to pull over from driving because I couldn't contain myself, and I had to message Kimbo, and I had a little meltdown. I have PTSD, but not the PTSD that most people think PTSD is, because a lot of people don't understand that PTSD can stem from anything, from any life-changing event. Um, and I have a severe case of it because like I could be chilling, I could be having a good time, and then I just something triggers it, whether it's a song on my playlist, a thought or memory of something that I've lived, and it puts me back in that position, and it mind fucks the hell out of me to a point where like I'm not okay, right? And I think it takes a lot for someone to just be like accepting that and like realizing that. So I would like to going into the new year um get back into therapy and have some counseling done, just someone that can help me get deep down into the root of this and help me get better, right? I can help you find one. A few of my friends are Catholic. I know a few different places around here that are non-denominational. That's a crazy word. Two, that have a good atmosphere. What is denominational? I have a hard time pronouncing that word. Too many syllables for me. Um, and I think I think I think I think I have to work on myself before I think I have to fix myself before I try to like uh, seek, religion, right? Or maybe religion is what's gonna help me fix myself. Does that make sense? Catholic, Mormon, Baptist. Those are denominations. But what does that mean? Why are we grouped like that? Why are we categorized as that? Catholic, Mormon, Baptist. Well, I am Catholic, and I like the idea behind Mormon. What the hell is a Baptist? Um, but yeah, I've also learned that in this area, that's just what denominations are. Different labels. Oh, okay. I've noticed that in this area, there's a lot of Lutheran. I never knew what even Lutheran was, or I didn't even know what that word. I didn't even know that word existed until I moved out here. because it's like everything Luther, Luther, Luther. I'm like, is that Lucifer? Is it, what's going on? It sounds scary. And then something with a OX, Orthodox or something docs. That's crazy. Some believe differently, but majority all stem from the same thing. Oh, okay. So like, okay, okay, gotcha. So they're similar, but not the same. I can respect that. And yeah, you know, I think another thing that I would like to do going into the new year is let go of my drinking. Now, I don't think I have a drinking problem, but Kimbo is convinced that I have a drinking problem. And the reason why I say I don't have a drinking problem is because I can tell myself to stop, or I can tell myself no. Right? Like I didn't drink these bottles that I have here. I didn't drink today. I didn't drink yesterday. I didn't drink the day before yesterday. Actually, I don't even think I drank all of last week. Right? And I feel like if you have a drinking problem, you can't control your drinking habits. Right? I think that's a problem when you're just out drinking every day. Um, but I like casual drinking. I like drinking just to have fun and let loose and like forget about my problems or drown my problems, etc., etc. Um, but you know, there's a lot of Methodist Methodist around here too. I've never heard of that one. A slight problem when drinking maybe. What do you mean? A slight problem when drinking. I'm a problem when I drink, or it's a problem when a slight problem. I don't think I have a problem drinking. Though there was a time about a month ago where I was drinking every night, and I think maybe that's why she said that because I just like it, I don't even know to be honest. I just was able to get alcohol, and why not drink it to mellow out at the end of the night, you know? Um, but Kimbo thinks I have a drinking problem. I don't think I have a drinking problem because again I can stop whenever. Like right, like the last week or so, I haven't drank, so like I'm not really like uh you know you yell and talk a lot more when drinking. Really? Because I feel like I'm talking a lot right now. Well, I have to right now, right? No, I just I like when I drink because like the inner me comes out, right? Well, what is that saying that they say? Drunken words are sober thoughts, or whatever the hell they say. I feel like that's me to a T, because like I censor myself a lot in the real world, like right now, right? Like I can't say this, I can't say that. But when I'm drinking, there is no restrictions. There's nothing that can hold me back because I literally say speak what's on my mind, right? But the good thing is that when I drink, I'm a good drunk, a happy drunk, if you will. It's very, very rare that like I drink and I get fucked up and I'm like depressed and like, Debbie Downer type of thing, you know. I feel like I'm more like that when I'm sober. For like instances like right now when I'm drinking, you know. I mean when I'm streaming, not drinking. There's no filter, and you already don't have one. I do, I do, I do, I do. Oh, that's another thing I gotta work on. That's another New Year's resolution. I have to clean myself up. So I am working on a project, and I would. Now that I think about it, Kimmy, I just had a revelation right now. I just, I'm a genius, if you will, a genius, because I just thought about it with your help. I want to incorporate the churches. How can I incorporate the church? I don't know. Maybe that's a conversation for another time. But we got time right now because I don't have no co-pilot, and we're just gonna yap. But I would like to. I'm working on a couple projects. It's mainly two projects. The first project is a YouTube series with my kids. You know how there's all these YouTubers and families and recording themselves and doing things into the new year. One of my resolutions is to make that possible with my kids. I want to do a YouTube channel with my kids, and they love it. my kids, all four of my girls, they love the idea, and they're actually the ones that push me to do it. Like they want me to do it, and I was like, ah. But they were like, Dad, we should start a YouTube, and we should record ourselves and our family trips and this and that. And I was like, I was never too fond of like airing out my personal life to the internet, right? Live streaming video games is different, right? Because I'm playing the game and then I'm yapping and I'm talking about my life. That's different, right? But to physically do in real life streams with my kids, I was never about that, right? Because like I don't want my kids to be out there, you know. But after watching all these YouTubers and all these families and everything, like it doesn't seem harmful, right? Like we have yet to hear a story of like a YouTube family getting slaughtered, you know, because of a fan or crazy, you know, crazy shit like that. That was always my biggest fear. My biggest fear is just like I'm not saying we were gonna blow up and get famous or anything like that, and then you know everybody can attack us or whatever. But that's just one of my fears. I do not like the idea of putting my kids in any type of danger or jeopardy, right? But they love like YouTubers and vlogging and all that. And for I shit you not, for like the last like 6 months, my kids have been begging me, Daddy, Daddy, let's start a channel. Let's just record us on our family times, this and that. Whatever. So I think 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. And what are we gonna name it? My daughter Elena, my oldest, she was like, we should name it the Signs Family because you know Signs is my last name, and I guess there's a couple YouTube families out there that have you know their last names and then family, and that's not a bad idea. And then Kimbo gave me the idea of like a logo of how our logo is going to be. It's going to be like the in little words and then signs, big name, maybe script, and then family at the bottom. So that's a project that I've been working on, and that's a project that we're currently bringing to fruition. 100% would fully support the girls and the YouTube channel. Thank you, Missy, with the emotes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, is that a Shrek emote? It's crazy because somebody in my life says that I resemble Shrek. Um, so that's one of my many New Year's resolutions. Bringing our YouTube channel to life. Now the YouTube channel exists already. I already created it. I used one of my other YouTube channels because I had a couple businesses, and I just renamed one, and you know, our first YouTube in real live stream might be tomorrow. Um, I have zero equipment for in real life streams. It's just gonna be me and my phone and my kids, literally. I'm not gonna be one of those dad vloggers that has a little fancy tripod and a little stuffy microphone for noise cancellation and the light on top and choreography and like 1, 2. We're gonna be a raw ass family. I told my kids, I was like, babies, don't expect all of the good shit that these big streamers have. Don't expect us to do these unboxings of fucking $1 million toys and $1 million houses and all this other shit. We are broke, and we're gonna do what we can with our smartphone. And you guys, we're gonna have fun as we always do on the weekends. We're just gonna record it, and that was literally all they wanted to hear. Like that's literally all they want. So we're gonna bring that to fruition into the new year, and it's gonna be my number one goal when I have them on the weekends. Is just focus more time on my kids' desires to be YouTubers. And on behalf of Paradise Esports and myself as a content creator, as a streamer, I have goals and aspirations of being more consistent as a streamer. I already have the equipment, right? I have the setup. I have the time. I just lack the motivation and I lack the what's the word? Just the desire to chase this, right? But I have everything, so why not pursue something in it? You know, it's just sitting here. I don't want to say collecting dust because I use my setup almost every day, but like I have a chance to use my resources and chase something. So I'm going to into the next rolling into the new year. I'm going to come up with a schedule that works around my personal life, that works around my work life, and I'm going to come up with a schedule. I've already updated my logos, I've updated my Twitch banners, I've updated a lot of things, matching name across all socials. everything's suited. Um, but I am gonna work on just being a more consistent streamer. Like that's just it. Plans for Paradise Esports. I have some cooking. Um, I'm looking to network with a lot of local businesses and organizations. We're gonna bring back the charity streams, and we're gonna work with the soup kitchen again to bring some more donations and charity work to them. The reason why we stopped doing charity streams, for those of you that don't know, I'll bring it up on this side right here. I guess I'll disconnect from this because it was not here. If you go to our Discord server and you click the information tab, and then there's a charities thing, right? We used to do a lot of charity streams where we would support a bunch of organizations and schools and churches and just a bunch of places to raise money and help better them. The first one that we did here that we posted about was a fundraiser for a school. I believe the school was in Lenore or Granite Falls. But we ended up raising maybe like $350 to go towards the rebuilding of a playground for this school. Um, oh, Lower Creek Elementary School. Lower Creek Elementary. I have no idea where that's at. Pretty sure it's in like Granite Falls. It might have been Lenore. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, we came together as an organization and we had content creators, myself, the management team, just everybody donate some cash. I think we came up with like $350. We donated it to the school and we helped them rebuild this playground. We did a lot of charity work with the Hickory Soup Kitchen. For this particular one, we had a $300 goal. I streamed and oh my god, I remember this one because if we reached our $300 goal in one night, I promised that I was gonna shave my beard off completely, clean shaved. And let me tell you that we raised $300 in like 10 minutes because people wanted to see me with a clean shave, and I promised that that was the only time, that was first and last time I would ever shave anything off because of this charity run right here. Now, I'm not saying I regret it because it went towards a great cause. Here you can see we went to Sam's Club. We got potato chips, canned goods, vegetables. We got snacks, breads, cookies. Um, you know, but the reason why we hit it so fast is because people wanted to see me shaving, and I look like a fucking potato. I would never do that again. I do more charities. I just won't do that anymore. I think this one right here was the coolest one ever that we've done. It was Snow Creek Elementary School, which is one of the schools that my kids go or used to go to. This particular year, we raised money to get every single kid in that school a gift. Now, it was supposed to be a Secret Santa type of thing. We let the school know. I went on their website and they said they had about 350 students. So we multiplied 350 times $20 because we didn't want the gifts to exceed $20 because obviously we have to come up with like a lot of gifts. So if you take out your calculator and do 350 times $20, our goal was like okay, no, it wasn't 350 because 7,000 was way too much. It might have been 250. 250 times 20. Oh, that's what it was. All right, so it was like 212, two something in there. 212 times 20. Why can't this delete, bro? 212 times 20 was like 4,200. We had a goal of like $4,000, right? It was like 4,500. We get to the school and we donate. Mind you, I think we spent like maybe the whole month of November raising money because in December was obviously Christmas, or maybe the beginning of December. I can't remember. But we had a goal of like $4,500, and we raised it, got $4,500 worth of toys, dropped it off to the school, and then they messaged us. They're like, "Hey, we don't have enough gifts because the number on the website was not accurate. We have more students. There was more transfers, yada yada yada. So we were short like 50 gifts. So I had to personally use my money And I had already donated towards the 4,500, but then I had to use more money and make sure that the other like 50 students got gifts. Is that Kimbo? Kimbo.
Hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
Bro, you have no idea how fast I just like opened my eyes and got the fuck up. I was like, you know how you like have it takes some time for you to like realize what the fuck's happening.
Oh
Bro, I opened my
shit.
eyes
Oh fuck.
and then I'm just staring there like for a quick minute, like a quick few seconds, and I'm like, I was like, oh shit! I was like, what time is it? I'm like, oh my god!
That's funny.
Oh, I knocked the fuck out, bro. It was crazy that I was gonna get up too. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up right now. As I like lay there, like I just like quickly, just briefly closed my eyes, bro. That shit happened so fast.
I figure you went night night, and it's okay.
Bro, I'm so tired.
How was
Tired,
your
tired.
nap?
It was great. I didn't want it to end. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta get on. And when I saw your name even more on, I was like, oh my god, no, I fucked up.
That's funny.
Bro, felt
Well,
like I was late for work.
that's the end of the show. Hope everyone has a good night. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I
I
can't.
was worried. I told everybody in the beginning. I was like, I've never had to do this by myself. We usually like reschedule or like postpone, but I was here alone with no co-pilot. Um, but I chatted about all of my Christmas. I yapped about all of my resolutions. I had a lot actually. I had like five. Um, but Kimbo, since you're late to the show, how was your Christmas?
Bro, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I was just like, bro, the fact that I'm fucking like breaking out like says a lot.
You know why? You know what they say.
Hey, fucking horrible. I've been eating like shit, and I'm tired.
And it's only
Crazy.
gonna get better because you know New Year's is around the corner. You're gonna have that New Year's meal.
That's very true. That it'll get better.
Really, Kimmy? You were just
Sorry
so
for
nice to
being
me.
late, guys. Sorry, Kimmy. I knocked the fuck out.
You look hungover.
I'm tired. On top of that, I think Zufus is sick, so I'm hoping he's not getting me sick too. So I'm like,
What kind of sick we talking?
I don't know. He just started getting sick today, so like he does seem to have like a very 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 slight fever,
Oh shit.
and he
Uh,
does feel hot.
there's a lot of flu and COVID going
I
around.
know. Trust me, I know. My
That's
cousin told me she
terrible.
was sick of freaking flu.
Um. Well, I wish you guys well. Make sure you stock up on your Nyquil. Make sure you eat your chicken noodle soup.
I do.
You
I'm
know.
gonna make some. What is it called? Is it sopa de fideo or what is it called? I'll make
Whoa.
tomorrow.
What is that?
What is it called?
I don't know. I
I'm
never
gonna give it
even.
to make sure because I'm tripping here with my words right now. Like a cold. I was like, I feel so cold. So cold.
Is your body
Yeah,
like
it's
shivering?
fideo. It's a red soup.
Oh, you talking about like the
With
bow
the,
ties?
it could be both sides. It could be noodles.
Wait,
It could be conchitas.
isn't
It can be
fideo just noodle
freaking
in Spanish?
elbow. I think it's like the noodle, yeah. No, but some people like when they call it fidel, like they actually make it out of like just the noodles, like the little
Ah,
noodles.
interesting. So, Kimbo, what are some of your New Year's resolutions? Or have you not put a thought into that?
What is what?
Some of your resolutions, New Year's resolution. Like, what are you trying to change or do better going into the new year?
What am I? Sorry, I'm like.
Time
One of
management,
my
perhaps.
common. Wait, what?
Time management, perhaps.
Oh, you talking about work? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like there's always like so many like what is it called? What did I just call it? Bro, my brain can't think right now.
Oh my lord.
But just call it goals.
Go aspirations.
Yeah, like I feel like there's so many on a yearly basis that one wants to do, but like I feel like I just never get to it. Like I say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Well, that's the point of it being a resolution, right? Like it's just something that you're
There you
gonna.
go, resolution. You see my brain kind of.
Oh my god, that's literally the title to the stream, and you couldn't think of it.
I wasn't looking at the screen. Bro, I'm telling you, I can't think right now. I'm a process, a process,
Yeah,
bro.
that's funny.
Um, Jeffrey, what was I saying? Mm, mm. Um, let me talk about. Oh yeah, goals. Um,
What are some of your goals going into the new year?
bro, this is a conversation with me and Supers on a daily basis. Wait, hold up, what?
Come again?
Oh, a fucking squirrel came from the tree. What? So you were saying?
Squirrel.
Bro. Some goals, some goals. Of course, like always trying to lose weight on a yearly basis. That just never seems to happen because I love food too much.
We'll try that again next year.
Yeah, we'll try to get next year. I mean that is a goal of mine though. Like I'm like by February I should be seeing the difference, but I always feel so disappointed when I don't get to what I want to get. Um, I definitely want to break my little dry cycle of like not traveling.
Mm.
I want to go to Mexico, hopefully, but if not, then it doesn't happen. Um, and just be a better person.
Are we gonna start with me? Like, be nicer to me, perhaps, and then.
Better person as in I meant like, make sure that I continue on with being on time.
Oh, damn!
Get better
I
at
thought you meant
that.
like a
More
nicer
organized.
person. You know.
More organized. Try to challenge myself. And yeah. And I don't think I put too much thought into this.
Yeah, clearly.
I had thoughts, but it's like
Here,
waking
Diablo's in the
up, they
building.
ain't happening.
Hey,
But
it's okay though. I mean, it's okay.
let me see. What are the common resolutions for New Year's?
Wait, who's?
Yeah. Huh?
Wait, here or
In general, from
oh,
people.
be nicer to her, and maybe she will do so in return. I've been nothing but nicer for like the last 5 years.
You know, you know what? Since we're hitting that topic, let's discuss that right now. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
Define your being nice to you.
Um, maybe like don't curse at me. Maybe
And no
like
curse at you. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm waiting. No curse at you. What else?
Nothing. That's it. You're just so mean to me, Kimbo. You never want
How
to
am I
play
mean?
because
That's
you
what I'm
don't want to play
saying.
Rocket League with me. You know
Okay, first off, that has nothing to do with
that has a
being
lot.
mean.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't. No, it
because
doesn't. It's just that I choose not to play a
like
game with you.
look,
That's it.
because like you tell me to play games and I play games, right?
Looking.
You tell me to download a game, I will download it. I've wasted my hard-earned money on a few games to play with you, but you've never done that for me. Like you've never played a game that I told you to play, or like, hey Kimbo, play Rocket League for a little bit. You'd be like, nope, I'm too prideful. I don't want to touch that game. And you're hard-headed. You're stubborn. You know. I feel like going into the new year, you should like take a couple bricks off that fucking tall ass wall of yours and just be mellow a little bit. You know, just accept things. Live a little.
How don't I not live? What do you mean live a little?
First and foremost, as you mentioned, you're traveling, right? Go out more, right? And this is coming from a good friend from the outside, right? Listen, listen. I had a thought the other day, right? I was thinking about my parents, right? My family.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about your situation.
Mm-hmm.
How you're restricted and bounded because you respect your partner's decision not to travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
We as Mexican American people, we are extremely family oriented, like
Mm-hmm.
extremely, right? And I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know who I was thinking about. I was thinking about somebody in my personal. Oh, my brother, my sister, right? Because she's I have a brother who transitioned, so she's a girl. I just always refer to him as a brother, right? And
Mhm.
we're all four of my brothers. We are all extremely family oriented. My oldest brother got his family going on. My second brother's got his own family going on. I got my own family going on. But my brother's sister can't because he's a man biologically and has a boyfriend. So they cannot have kids, right? So he's bounded by the idea of like they can't, they can adopt, right? But like bloodline, it stops right there, you know. So hello, Lady Dino.
I'm gonna try to say it. Lady Nina. Without making noise and
You
interrupting
can
you.
interrupt. I mean, I'm just yapping here. Ain't nothing important, you know. But
Oh,
uh,
is that important?
well, I
So
mean,
you're beep, 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 beep,
I
beep,
mean, it's
beep,
important, but it got me
beep, beep, beep,
thinking,
beep.
like, how us as humans, right, restrict ourselves because we think that it's a respect thing, right? But the day is gonna come, the time is gonna come where like um our parents are gonna be gone, friends are gonna be gone, then you're just gonna be alone, right? And then I was like, let me think outside the box. Like, who else here is like this? Because I can't be selfish like that, right? Because I'm thinking about my family. Then I was like, Kimbo, for instance. Kimbo don't like traveling. She don't like going out. She don't like living a little. And for the idea of respecting your husband, nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's terrible, right? But like, what's gonna happen? Like, and you guys don't want kids, or you might want kids. Doofus might not want kids, right? But kids are a blessing, right? Kids is what is the seeds of life to like blossom, right? Like in my mind, I'm like, Kimbo, like, don't you want kids? I maybe you do want kids, maybe you don't want kids. I don't know. We never really got down to like the epitome of it, right? But I know when it comes to like the whole traveling and Zoofus not wanting kids, like, have you thought about that? Have you guys chatted like when the time comes 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when it's just you two alone, all these holidays and all these special moments, there's no, I guess you can say, family to enjoy that with, right? Is that not scary? Because that's scary for me. And I have daughters, right? But I feel that scary feeling for my brother because, he's a dude, he's got a boyfriend, um 20, 30 years from now, my mom's gonna be gone, my dad's gonna be gone, my oldest brother might be gone, I might be gone, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's not gonna have anybody. Obviously he has his partner, but like these holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, these family events, these family times, he's gonna be alone. And that's just, I guess, the point is what I'm trying to get to. Is like, does that not scare you?
I feel like you attacked me personally, and I feel like you attacked me like in whole different, like three different
What?
topics. Just kidding.
Oh my god. We're ending stream now. Who are we rating? Lady Dino?
Just kidding, but bro, hold up. Let's back up. Because I swear to God, you came from like being alone to kids to fucking traveling to family. I'm like, what the fuck? Which one did I attack
Yeah.
first?
Well, that's because you said
Well,
define live a little, and that's literally what I said when I look at you from the outside in, right?
well,
From like third
me,
person.
me, me, me and Zufus have discussed it so many times. Like again, only because you don't see it doesn't mean that we haven't discussed it.
Of course. That's why we're here.
Um, no, I know, but you did state like that we don't live. You know what I'm saying? But our reason for not traveling right now, because I know Zufus will like he'll be open to the idea of traveling. It's just right now there's restrictions. Obviously one being our dog. Do I regret in some aspect about our dog, like not being able to train him better, for him to be friendlier to him, for him to be able to get boarded or something like that? Yeah, I do regret it because it's almost like he holds us back. And I don't like that feeling. And
Wait
I
till
already
you have
expressed that to
kids. No, I'm kidding.
well, I already expressed that to Zufus. Like I was like, I really hate that. Like I feel like I love our dog, but like it just sucks that it feels like he holds us back because of how he is in his, nature. Like he's very protective over us. So it's like now we can't have no one watch him, or even near him kind of thing. But us. Because it's come across my mind that it's like, what if something happens to me, you, Zufus? Like, I can't have the idea of not knowing what would happen to our dog. They'll put him down. And it's just sad because it's like, I love my dog. I wouldn't want something like to happen to him, but it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? No one can get near him. Or like if he's like that, like they're gonna put him down. Like our family can't take him.
I feel
Um
bad for the animal control guy that has to go into that house to get that dog out. Good lord.
I mean, I don't think he's like to the point of like aggression, but he's just very overprotective. But it
M-
doesn't
ma'am,
like
I was in a whole other room and he wanted to
hold
eat me.
up. Hold up. When he's like, it's our house though. It's he's protecting what's his house. What he always has known is his home. So it's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when he's outside too, he does have like a defensive manner, but like if you're from a distance, like he'll bark for a minute, but as soon as we tell him like, to stop and like just to sit down, he's not like the type who's like I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going, like he listens and he just chills after a while. As long as you don't come near us, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I find him to a point of protective, but I don't think he's a full aggressive dog, if that makes sense. Because if he was fully aggressive, he wouldn't stop until he got you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have
So
a question. Do you guys? When was the last time you guys walked him, like in like public?
we walk him outside, like, but in the backyard. Like, it's not in like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
reason I don't walk him out like that in person is just because I'm scared of what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I can't predict people. Like I could muzzle him up and whatnot, which I would be more confident with, but I hate muzzling him. Like I just feel like I feel so shitty. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Yeah.
like people would judge me because they're like, wow, her dog's aggressive. Wow, this, wow that. Like, and it feels like shitty. Like as an owner, I feel like I failed. If that makes any sense. That's why, like, I guess I dislike when people like I already feel shitty as it is, and to have more people tell me more like, oh, like for example, when you say it, I'm just like, it just reminds me of how much I failed them.
I respect it.
I can't express that feeling,
No,
but
I,
like,
I feel the exact same way when I see people, families that have those leashes on their kids. Like I'm being so serious. Like you fail as a
yeah,
parent if you can't control your kids, or not
well,
even
yeah,
control your kids, but like if you have to leash them literally because you're afraid that they're gonna
yeah,
run off on you. Like I don't want to say they failed as a
yeah.
parent, kind of how like you're saying you failed as an owner. I feel like there should be a word for that because it's not really failing, but it's more
Like
like
I know I didn't feel him because he lives a good life here, but it's like I feel like I disappointed. Like I feel disappointed in
yeah,
myself
yeah.
in some way
I
because I
respect
feel like
that.
I could have done better. Like I feel like I did really good on his training, but I fucked up in his what is it called in his social environment. Like I failed at that part, and it just sucks because I wish he could be like around my family. I wish he can be this, he can be that, but
Wait,
I
is he
kind of
like
failed
that
at it.
with family too?
What like he's protective? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So like if
he
your
only knows
if your brother were to go over, he'd go
yeah,
crazy.
because he was never really around them.
Oh damn.
Like he was around more of Chris's friends, but even so now with his friends, like he's iffy. Like he's
Yeah,
not like I said to the point, but
like a
he's
hundred
iffy. Cause
percent
like with
trust him.
like my dad lets me put a muzzle on him and he'll allow like my dad's not a dog person. He'll walk in and he'll just try to ignore him, but he becomes very protective and like I hate that. And like but when my dad's sitting down, like you let him out, he's fine. But as soon as my dad gets up, it's like
Hey,
you
where you
move away.
going?
Like I'm ready.
You
But it's
sit.
so crazy because it's like my dad will be sitting there and on the island and like our dog likes to sit in between us.
uh,
Like he'll sit right in front of my legs and right below my feet. But he squeezes through there. And my dad will be sitting there and he'll do that with him. He'll lay right there with him. Like there's no problem apparently. But again, like I said, as soon as he gets
it's
up,
the
that's
movement, the
when he
sudden
starts like,
movement.
"Whoa, what's happening?" Like, and he'll start barking and growling. Like, what the hell? Like, dog, makes sense, right? Like, you're okay if he's sitting there still, but you're
Ask
not
to
okay
stand
once
up
he starts
next
going.
time, human.
But, anyways, that's the point with that dog. Like, I feel like he holds us back a lot, and like, I think, like, my husband, I don't think he enjoys traveling or like, cause he's never experienced it. Like I told him, I was like, I know you traveled, but you never traveled out of state. You never traveled overnight. I know he says he hates it, but like when I see it, like from his part, like if we didn't have the dog and I would have the opportunity to travel with him, I feel like he would give it a chance as much as he's like, no, I wouldn't give it. I'm not
Yeah,
going. Blah, blah. Like Mexico maybe be out of the question because that's understandable.
yeah,
He fears it. From everything he hears, that's understandable. But like any other place, like I told him, like Hawaii, we should go to Hawaii. We should do this. Like I feel like he's open to the idea, but the fact of traveling in the sense of like planes and stuff like that, Like it gets him and like it gets to him and it's like I don't think he's not like a people person either, like or overcrowded places. So it's what deters it, but I told him, it's like, "I know if you go and give this a shot, like, you'll enjoy yourself." Like, because at the end of the day, he always ends up enjoying himself, even if he doesn't wanna admit it.
Yeah, yeah.
He
It's like
always
he
somehow
makes
enjoys
himself.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he always somehow seems to enjoy it. It's just some of the, like, in between things is what he doesn't like, like, who likes traveling? Like, shit, I don't,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, it's worth it to me because it's, like, it's fun. It comes out being fun, and, like, those are memories that we end up keeping, you know? So in regards to traveling, that's the reason we don't travel, just because of our dog. And like I know once he goes, like it'll be easier to travel. Even he said he doesn't want to have no more dogs. I don't want to have more dogs. So in that aspect, that's why we don't travel. Um, as of right now. Again, I already feel shitty as it is for myself, like being like, damn, like he's holding us back, but that's something we fucked up in. But nothing I can do but to deal with it as it is now.
Why don't
We
you
do
guys, when
we
you
do
get a new
minor
pet, you focus on training?
we're not we're not gonna get another dog.
Oh my god.
these are these are it. Like literally, like we said that this is it. Like we're gonna take a little break. If we were to get more dogs or another dog, it would be a small dog where, it's just easier like for his family to take care of or like for us to be like, hey, can you watch him for a little bit? Instead of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
them having to come
A
to our home
big
and do all
boy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's with the traveling and the whole kid aspect, like yeah, that's all a whole personal like preference and I don't know. Nowadays, I think like the mentality of having kids has changed for our generation. Like so, like I some like in the beginning, I wanted kids, and I feel like Zoe wasn't opposed to it. It's just I think as we just started like continuing living our life, and like we were like, if it happens, it happens. It didn't happen, so it's like we got comfortable where we're at with our lifestyle, with how we are, and I feel like I'm okay with it. And everybody says the same thing, like, oh well, who's gonna take care of you when you get older? Oh, blah blah blah. But I'm like, you
Hospice,
know what?
baby.
At the end of the day, like, even if I had kids, who's to say they would choose to take care of me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they'll be there, but who the fuck's to say they won't throw me on the side? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the only person you're gonna have at the end of the day is your partner. Like, whoever you decide to stick with or have a close relationship with, because the kids will always just go on their own. They love you, but they will make their life, and that's what the sad part is. And the reality is, they make their own life. They get busy with their own life. So it's just like not that you're forgotten because they have you in mind, but it's just it's honestly, like, to me, that's life. Like, you get so busy
Circle of
with your own
life.
life that you do not, like as much as you're trying to, like, go everywhere to, like, focus on everyone, the only people you can really focus on is your own little family, your partner, or unless they're living with you, you know what I'm saying? That's how you start incorporating them, but sometimes your own parents don't want to be with you, because they'd rather not interfere in that lifestyle that you have. But
Yeah.
I don't want to
That
use
makes
that
sense.
as a reason to like, oh, I'm gonna have kids because I don't want to be alone. Like I thought about that before. Like I want to have children because I don't want to be by myself, or like who's gonna take care of us, or like it would be nice to have, little Zoofus or little Kimbo, running around.
Oh,
Um,
you
but
Kiki. You cute.
imagine, right? Me carrying a little baby right now. No, we said if it happened, it happened, and if it didn't, it didn't. But honestly, like just based on the responsibility of having a child and like I like being not having responsibilities to be honest, not having to
Those
like
restrictions.
I'm selfish. Like me and Zufis, I think in a sense we're selfish just with us. Like, like not that we would bring a little child into our little life, like we wouldn't like just now focus on them. But it definitely changes a lot once you have a child because now you're not the focus, they're the main focus.
Most definitely.
Um, but then you also have to find the balance in that, your relationship and everything else. So I think that's another scary part of it all too, that's another whole different challenge. Not that you can't come out of it, but it's just like it's a whole different challenge. But again, we just choose to not take on that responsibility, emotionally, physically, and mentally and financially because it's a lot nowadays. They don't make it easy no more to have kids. Hence why a lot of
Hell
people
nah.
are having more dogs than they are kids because it's fucking
Pet
easier, bro.
parents.
Yeah. So just in regards to that, what was the other thing you said? Travel, kids. You said something else. You attacked me personally. Something else.
Oh my god, I didn't attack you personally. Pretty
What
sure that
was
was
it?
it.
I feel like there was something else you said.
Papa Crane says, "What if you're single and don't have a partner? More cats,
You know
not
what?
dogs."
Enjoy your life. At the end of the day, sing or not, like
Kimmy
I
has
feel like
aggressive
you
dogs.
always I feel like you would always find someone that you are close to in some aspect. I feel like someone always has someone that they're like really close and good friends with, no matter like if you're like in a loving relationship or you're just in like a friend relationship. Like not friend with the benefits, don't confuse it. But you can have that too, you know what
Wait,
I'm
what would you say?
saying? Nothing.
No, I didn't get the beginning of it.
I said that. I forgot.
What? You just said it.
You put me on the spot, so I tend to forget.
Oh, what the hell?
I get nervous. People would like tell me, repeat yourself. Wait, what? Hold on, what did I say?
Say that
I
one
don't
more
know. Did I say
again.
that? No, I just said that if like you're single, like you should, like you'll always have someone that you're like you have some kind of closeness to. Like so whether it's a friend or um like an actual relationship. But yeah, you shouldn't feel like you don't have someone out there. Because I feel like someone always has someone out there.
Listen, I think
Not in
that's
a love
I
relationship.
think that's false because and I say that to say this. I have both. I have both of what you just said, right? And I still feel alone and I still feel useless and helpless. I have a friend, aka that's you, right? My friend that I go to for non-sexual and everything about life, right? And then I have the friend that is sexual, right? We know who that is. Um,
You know what I thought about that? Um Again, my mind always thinks. Like my mind always like brings up fucking random ass shit, like of random discussions that I have throughout, the days or like
yeah,
from past weeks and be like, huh, I remember when they said this. Huh, now that I think about it, blah blah blah. But you know how you were talking about like I think you mentioned this once on stream. You were like you said something about like you're happy like with the relationship that I have with Zufus, but at the same time you're like you said something that you're like it annoys you or some shit like that.
it annoys me.
You said something about like it's like you're happy for me, but it's something like you're like annoyed with yourself or something like that because you like why can't you have that or something like that. You said something like that on one stream. I swear to God, you
Oh,
said something that's
oh,
similar to that.
yeah, yeah. That's when I talked about like you having the perfect relationship
Yeah,
and how like I'm happy for you and I love that for you and him and I envy it and I hate it because I'll never have
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like I'll never be because in today's world, people like you and Zoof are rare. Like people like you and
yeah,
Zoof don't exist anymore, and they probably do, but the chances of coming across someone that shares your values and shares your I guess your mindset is hard, rare, if you
yeah.
will.
Like, I forgot why it was brought up, but or like why I thought about it, but I was just like, huh. And then it's just like
We
in my
we
mind, I'm like,
we were talking about
no, but I
we
don't
were, we
know
were talking
why.
about
Like it
relationship.
just came
Oh, for
into
you.
my mind, like just
Oh.
randomly, because like
Oh,
I
you
didn't talk
think
to
about
you.
me in your personal life outside of streaming and gaming?
Just random things, because like things
Oh,
come up throughout my like
Tito.
throughout everyday set, like things like that bring up certain topics in my head. Like not only you, like
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
about every people like in their like situations, like because people vent to me a lot, and I don't mind. I'll take it, but you
I'll
know how they
stop.
say like when
I'll
you
stop.
know how they say when you vent to someone, it brings stress on them, but that's a stress you're willing to endure.
Mm.
And I don't mind because my life is not as chaotic, so I feel like I can be that friend. It's just sometimes when I'm going through my shit, like I hide it. Like I won't like I'm one not to share too much. I only share what I want you to know.
Kimbo,
But
are you respectfully telling me you don't want to be my friend no more?
fuck off. Just kidding. No, 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 no.
'Cause
No,
I'll
no,
pack
no,
my
never
shit.
that.
I'll pack my shit and go.
Never
I'll
that, bro.
replace
Never
Kimbo with
that.
Kimmy ASAP.
Never that. Never that. Again, I don't mind when people vent to me. I'd rather be that listening ear than to have someone go through shit. The only problem that I sometimes have to remind myself though is like hold back on your opinion. Like, cause sometimes I just feel like I need to be a listening ear. Um, rather than like
No, no,
someone
no.
gonna offer advice.
That's good.
No, it's good,
Giving raw like feedback, constructive criticism, if you will, is a good
but
thing. You know,
but you
because
have to remember some people don't always want that. They just
they,
want you to listen.
yeah, but
You know
like,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that's dumb. You know, if I go to somebody to talk and vent, right? Because I just got to get shit off my chest, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, I want something in return, because if I didn't want it, I would have just got me a diary. I would have
Well,
just vlogged my
I always
shit.
I always
You
think
know?
that too. I'm just like, "There's a reason why you told me, but do you want my opinion or
Yeah,
should I
no,
just"
that's the god honest truth. You know, because like I don't like, and I'm speaking for myself, right? When I vent to you or talk to you, or show you something, is because
Mhm.
I want your 2 cents. I want your input, because I'm not gonna lie. There's some times where you say shit, and I'll be like, man, I fucking hate that I just told you that, because you're not seeing it the way I see it, and god damn you. And
Again, it sometimes comes off
no,
like I sometimes feel like people take it as I'm being
no,
judgy
but
or
it's a neutral thing, and
criticizing you.
I can pinpoint a certain one. This one happened like maybe like 2 weeks ago, I think, where I sent you something about her and like her husband, or I can't remember what it was, but then you were like, well, he is this, and he is part of their lives, and he is gonna, and I'm like, Kimbo, what the fuck? You're supposed to be on my side, right? But that's just me having to understand that like you're the neutral like person. You know, you're not biased, you're not picking, right? But you
Yeah.
literally said it how it was, and it kind of like, I don't want to say bothered me, but I was like, man, why the fuck am I telling you this? Like, why did I just tell you that? Because now you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
But
trust me.
but
Some of my answers that I tell you, and then like sometimes your responses or the way you react to me, I'm like,
yeah, he took it the wrong
I don't think he wanted to hear
way.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But that's always, but
It's
that's a
probably
good
like,
thing.
damn.
But you know, but that's a good thing, because that helps me try to see things from a different perspective and see it the
Yeah.
way it should be, or more like clarity, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm one sided, she's gonna be one sided. You're the neutral, so you see it from the outside looking in. Again, in third person, right? Because you're just you're on the outside. So when we vent to you, or when I vent to you, I need to see your point of view, or your 2 cents on it. Because if I didn't want that feedback, or that constructive criticism, or your advice, or your lectures, or your annoying responses, I wouldn't have told you to begin with, and I would have just like wrote it in a book, or vlogged it to a
In the
private
diary.
something. Yeah,
Dear diary. Today I fucked up.
yeah, literally. Cops got called.
Bro,
So,
nah,
like
but
anybody who reaches out to you, Kimbo, rest assured that you have to be 100% with them, whether they like
well,
it or
so
not, and you know.
and that's why sometimes I'll ask them, you want my opinion or should I just like none? Okay. Like what do you want me to do? Like because some people just want to vent, some people want the opinion, some people just rather just not get nothing. Just want to talk and then all right, we're done. Okay. Moving on. Um, I forgot what we're talking about though. Shit. So you made me lose a train of thought of why your topic came up of why you
We were talking about,
envy, and then
yeah. You were
I
telling
really
me about
forgot
how you
now
randomly
why I
thought
brought it
about
up.
that.
Shit. I brought it up for a reason though. Like it was something that came up, and then I was like, oh, now I understand why he said what he said. Yeah, I can't remember.
Damn it, Kimbo, get a pen and paper next time. Just jot
Bro,
down
like my
random
brain
keywords.
processes so many fucking thoughts and like so many topics in my head that by the time I get back and rotate back to that conversation, I'm like,
It's
what was
gone.
my point to that story?
Adios, mi gaban.
Um,
Papa says if he makes
but
it to
yeah.
70 years old, he's buying a crotch rocket and going out like that. Damn, that's gonna be really painful.
Yeah, because my grandfather was saying the same thing. I'm like, when are you guys having your kids? When are this? When are that? But another topic with that too that I like to touch is like I hate when people ask too much about kids because it's like I feel like when you ask like already throughout my whole God knows how many years, like
Time is
like
clicking, old
we've
lady.
asked no, but my thing is that how do I say this?
You find it
I
disrespectful
will
when people tell you to
I
have
will
kids.
ask no to have kids or when are you having kids?
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I find it
It's not your
disrespectful,
fucking
but
business.
But yeah, it's like in a sense, it's like if you ask me once and I already explained to you, stop asking me because again, you don't know. Like I don't like as another female, like I wouldn't ask them multiple times every fucking day, like we could get together because it's like, who's to say that you haven't had miscarriages? Who's to say that you haven't been trying and you just can't? It's a sensitive subject for you. You know, like, and you have to keep enduring and enduring and enduring that like same question. It's like the fuck, like I'm running
Hold on.
out of my calmness. You know, like to be able to express anything. You know, like it's just like at this point it's gonna get annoying so it's just like I feel like some people need to also be mindful of how like how much they keep asking. When are you having kids, or for what reasons? You
Kimbo,
know,
what the hell is stopping you from having kids? Let's be real.
bro, keep asking. I swear I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I'm just saying, like that's something else to keep in mind that some people don't realize that asking, stuff like that is like not that it is triggering, I guess, in some way, but it's a sensitive subject to some people, like nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
so
Especially,
that's why I'm
especially
just like,
in this day and age. I did just set a
yeah.
reminder on my phone to ask you again in the next 2 hours.
Trust me again. What?
Where are your kids?
Oh. What's up with you, bro?
Just kidding.
But yeah, yeah. And then just about the advice, like I try my best, bro. Like it's just some people want it, some people don't want it, some people just
Everybody wants it.
nah. Like again, my advice to you has something to say in my head where I'm like, I think he liked it. I think you want to hear that. I'm like, I think he stopped talking because he wasn't sure how to react to me.
That wasn't a good. That wasn't a good reply.
No, but I always like I think that's something I always do. Like I as much as I may hate what certain people do or hate or dislike certain things of other people, like I'm always in that benefit of the doubt mindset.
Mhm.
And I mean it's a good thing and at the same time it's just like I sometimes feel like it validates like it doesn't help me validate my own like feelings in the sense of saying like I mean, I shouldn't have to feel like I'm making excuses of why I feel the way I do. Like, oh, well, maybe they're this. Like, no, maybe I should just put it to perspective. Or like, no, they fucked up. Like, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'm very too like benefit of doubt, benefit of doubt. So
That's always a good thing, though. Just
I mean, it is,
being in
but sometimes
neutral at
it's
all
not.
times. You know,
It is and it isn't at the same time.
it just falls on the topic of the conversation, whether they feel like, oh, you're more on that side or more on this side. But that's not your fault. That's not your problem.
But I'm just a person though that can't stand not being able to express my point of view. Like you're gonna get mad, but you better hear me out before you stay mad because it's like,
Oh, you
you're
gonna
always
hear
not
me?
right. I can't stand people that always think they're right. And don't get me wrong, like I may sometimes be the same way where I'm like, no, I'm right. That's it.
Yeah.
And I get that. Um, and it takes a lot to be like, shit, I did fuck up. Like I was in the wrong, but after I'm calmer, I'm just like, well, I gotta say something now because I did fuck up. That was my bad and it was my mistake. But it takes a lot to acknowledge that. But that's just as a person you grow and shit. So,
Cool.
but anyhow, just like I tell everybody, everything you see takes hard work regarding my relationship. Takes hard work.
Yes. And
Okay.
I think the key is self control. Um, because I'm gonna be honest with you, self control is a big factor, and a lot of us in this day and age with all the technology that we have, it's really hard to have that control. Again, because relationships back then were like 100% like more successful because we didn't have so many outlets. We didn't have some like social media and all that. Versus today, we have a lot of outlets, and that self control is what and the discipline is what a lot of us lack. And I say us because I'm one of them. Because I could be in a perfect relationship, and
And
then I get curious.
you know what's crazy though? Like
What?
I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like, because I was thinking about the Discord and all that stuff. Like I said, random shit pops in my head, right?
Mhm.
I was like, I was talking to Zubas. I was like, you know what? I swear, Pachy fucks up my friendships with most females, and
What?
the reason I say that is because as hard as I try not to judge, I judge. I judge
Oh,
you. Like
I see where you're
you
going with
know
this.
that.
Hey, hey,
Yes,
easy
you
now.
know
Chile, Chile,
that.
Chile, 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 Chile.
I'm just saying, as hard as I try not to judge, in the back of my mind, it's
Uh,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And based on your criteria that you've expressed to me of like, well, I feel like you expressed to everybody else already too, of what your preference is, it gets to me, bro. Like it irks my fucking soul. Like you do it knowingly, but again, you're single, right? Like, hey, whatever. You're doing your life, understandable. But it irks me because it's like, how do you do that? Like why do you do that? Like to me, my head is like fucking homework. Are you fucking dick? You know,
You see?
like
Cursing
it's
at
so.
me. That's what we
But
got to work on.
I don't curse at you directly, but
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
I in
kidding.
my head I think it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what a fucking dick, bro. Like that's so fucked up to do. You know, like to interfere, meddle in. But then there's also the other side where I'm like, but that's the female's fault. Like they're a fucking like what a fucking cheater, bro. Like the fuck is wrong with them? You know, because like morals are there, and it's just like, how do you cheat on someone? Like when you know you're married or like whatever. Like how do you do that? Like
So
I
that
can't see
that
myself
that that
doing that with
goes
Zuki. You know what I'm saying?
that goes back to square one. It's
But
the outlet we have, right? You could be in a relationship, right? Not just you, like you in particular, but I'm going to use you as an example, right?
mhm.
You're in a relationship, right? And you're somebody that I want, right?
Well, hold on. Before you go all that route, I just don't want to lose my train of thought. Like the reason I
Oh
say
yeah,
that
go
you
ahead, go
fuck it
ahead, go
up
ahead.
is just because again, like I start when you tell me like as a friend certain things, and then I get to meet this person, like my head is already fucking like they're fucking little cheating ass
Little
people here. Like
bastards.
it just because it's just like I can't explain it. It's like
But like, why does that anger you? Because like they could be a great person,
because
right? They could be
no,
a great friend.
they can,
What you're
what
attacking
bothers
is
me about
their morals and like who they are as
but what
individuals. But that
bothers
shouldn't
me,
bother you.
what requires you to cheat is to fucking lie. I can't stand lying. That pisses me off so much. Like the fact that you can look someone in dead in their eyes and say, "I love you. You're the only one for me." And the fact that like you do something completely different somewhere else, like that lie of betrayal, like that shit pisses me off. I hate lying. I always hated lying. I can't stand when people lie to me, even with the littlest things. I'm like, just tell me the fucking truth. Like, there's nothing to like why? Don't lie to me. Just upfront. You know, I know it's hard. Don't get me wrong. You know, sometimes it's hard to come out with the truth and whatnot, but don't fucking lie, bro. Like it irks me. It just says like that trust there, like it's already kind of like a little cracked because it's like, as a friend, will you betray me too? You know what I'm saying? It just comes down to like
Yeah, but
getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like
I would
I know it's
understand that
different
if it was
friendships, but
like a detrimental lie, like something serious. But like, there's nothing serious about that. First of all, nothing happens, right? Well, on a couple occasions. Wait, listen, hear me out. You're just being really judgy. It's the death smacks for me because I heard it. No, 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 no. Listen, listen,
anyways,
Linda.
you're very friendships for me because based on what you tell me
No,
sometimes. So
no,
I'm
no.
just like, ah,
You,
like
you,
because
you,
you're really
you can
you
just,
smudge my brain. I'm
you
like, no,
can.
now I can't see this
I've been
person different anymore. No, no.
corrupted.
Now I gotta battle through all
No,
that to be
no,
like,
no,
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 no.
no, they're cool. They're cool as
No,
a
they are
person. No,
cool.
no, no,
Yeah,
like take it out.
but like,
They're cool as a person, but it irks me knowing that little tidbit, if that makes any sense.
all right. So, from my understanding is anybody that I bring in here or that I talk to now, I must keep all details to myself because
I
Kimbo
guess
is childish
if
and
you're talking to them, that's fine. But like, I guess what I'm saying is like, don't tell me like the status. I'm gonna pretend like everyone's fucking.
What period? That everyone's fucking.
No, they're fucking single.
I mean, I wish. Wait, what? No, 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 sorry.
Like I swear, like it's just as much as I try to avoid it, like that's something that I realized too. That I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like he fucks up every fucking like
No, I think you're just
character for me.
no, 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 no. So like, one thing you have to understand, Kimbo, is the world doesn't revolve around you, right?
I
And
didn't hear you. Revolve what?
doesn't revolve around you. Okay. So like, if
Or
I'm
you?
correct, correct.
Uh-huh. So don't act like, oh,
But
well, because
but
I did
your
it.
point of view is a lot different from my point of view, right? Because like,
Because you're the one doing it.
but listen, if you brought somebody into our server named Michael, right? Damn, I picked the worst fucking name. If you brought somebody into the server named Bob, right?
I don't know.
And you were like, hey,
Bob. Bob
Bob
Esponja.
just slid into my DMs and he was telling me that how do I flip this? I don't know how to word it the way it is. Right? But if you brought somebody in, right? And you told me all his little dirty secrets, right? And I met Bob. Bob didn't do anything to me to make me not like him or judge his morals as an individual because I already know him because you told me, but I'm not going to look at him any different. Like, who am I, right? Keyword, who are you to see
Again,
somebody
that
else different, right? I know, I know, no,
again,
I know
that's
how,
my little battle.
I know, but like, that's something that you got to work on yourself, ma'am. Because
I
who
didn't
are
say that.
you to pass judgment on somebody else and let it alter your mood on how you view them?
I'm
Because
Kimbo.
now, I know, but like, that's really messed up if you ask me.
How is it messed up? You're messed
Because
up for ruining it for me.
no, but what? I'm not gonna get mad at you because of what you told me about Bob. I'm gonna be like, oh, Kimbo, f you, because you're.
I said you. I didn't say I was mad at you. I said you fucked it up for
Yeah,
me, and I
like
know
I
how.
like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I met Bob and he's cool as fuck, I'm not gonna be like, damn, Kimbo, you fucked up this cool friendship I could have had with Bob because he's so cool, but you told me his dirty little secrets, and now I can't
Uh
see him like
huh.
that.
So what if you knew his wife too? Like,
I'm like, okay, she trying to chill too. Okay, not like that, but like, yeah.
bro, I can't explain it. Like, that's something that is bad about me. Like, and I know that.
Yeah,
Like, it's fucking hard to like. It's just hard. I think because I know that little concept of lying is there. Like, it just makes me mistrust, and it's like it
yeah,
makes me realize why I don't trust females. Like, it makes me realize that not only because, but females are supposed to, like, like empower you
empower
and
each
like y'all supposed
other.
to be together,
Yeah,
blah blah, blah, trust each other, right? But you know,
you give us a bad name.
just the way like how easy it is to cheat nowadays too, and especially like I said, like with seeing how many people can actually like jump into that, like it's crazy. And like again, that's why I told my husband, it's like I trust you. I don't trust them, but I know I should trust you enough to like whatever you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't trust me?
But like I told my husband, like I don't trust females, and it's like females are do anything they can if they want to sabotage something too, like just as males do. You know what I'm saying? But this is
Yeah,
exactly why I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. No, dude, trust me. I get what you're saying, and wholeheartally, I wish that you weren't like that because if I tell you
I wish
something,
I
you
wasn't
know.
either, bro. I wish I was.
But no, but
Trust
in all honesty, like I think I can pinpoint one in particular that you're referring to. But you just have to just like keep reminding yourself and telling yourself that nothing actually happened, right? And I know everyone's like,
when
"Oh,
I get to
cheating
when I
is
get
the
to meet
talking stage," and yada
when I
yada
get to
yada.
meet certain people, and like I know that something that's going on behind the scenes kind of thing. Like it does either two things. For one, it makes me annoyed at the person at the certain person, or it makes me annoyed at you
Oh,
because it's like
I got hit in the crossfire.
how do I say this? Like I feel like yelling at you to be like, stop fucking with this person because they're a good person. Like, stop. Like, some people, I'm not saying they're weak, but obviously they're missing something in their own relationship that they have to seek it somewhere else. And that's how I see it
And I'm
sometimes.
just being a helping
And
hand.
and
I'm being a
it
good
just
friend.
irks me because I always said this. Like, in any relationship, it like, I don't like when people that are, going through their shit end up including someone, like, or start talking to someone, because to me that doesn't allow you to fix whatever's happening in your own relationship. It's like, deal with that first, and if you don't see no outlet, just be done. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point it's no fixing. If you have to seek attention somewhere else, what you have going on ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously it's not what you want, it's not making
Let
you
me
happy.
let me put you in a situation, right? And then follow up with that. All right. And a prime example: people who are in relationships for the sake of kids, right, will go to the extreme and suffer in silence and or tolerate just to be comfortable with each other for the sake of the kids, right? Now, I don't expect you to understand what I'm saying because you don't have kids, so you've never been put in that situation. But sometimes we as individuals are content with our partners and okay with our partners, and we're only with our partners for the sake of keeping our family together because we grew up in either a broken home, we know what it's like to not have mom and dad, and we're just in a shitty relationship. It could be because the other person is toxic, the other person is a piece of shit, the other person is terrible, the other person is a dick, a bitch, etc., etc. But we have to tolerate that for the sake of keeping our family together. Now, I'm going to speak on myself, on my personal relationship, and I know the relationship you're talking about. So we're going to talk. I'm not going to talk about that one, right? But we can all get hints and ideas that those relationships are
Uh,
one-sided and terrible, right? Because like you
Wait, hold on.
know,
I just want to clarify. I'm not talking about one individual relationship.
oh, okay. Well,
Just
I am because I
FYI.
feel like it's highlighted around that one.
I'm
But
putting it all into like a
in
general group.
general, yeah, yeah, yeah. So in that particular one, someone's not being treated as they should, right? And whatever. But in my situation, um, for the sake of my kids, whatever I lack from the mother of my kids at the time, I need to find somewhere else, right? And she did the same because I pushed her away to a point where she needed attention and she found it in someone else. Now, I can't be mad at that because I know that I didn't give her the attention she was looking for and she found it somewhere else, right? But the
Hmm.
same thing goes, it goes both ways because we were together for so long, we got comfortable with each other, and we know we have our priorities, which is our kids, and we know that I'm not going to change for her. We know that she's not going to change for me. We know that we cannot fill that void, so we look for the missing piece somewhere else. And it could be innocent. It could be without feelings. It could be without sexual, because you don't always have to fuck someone like that. It could just be a simple friendship and conversation. And the reason why I say that is because you, and I said this before, so don't act all weird and gushy on me right now. You, for the most part, were that missing piece to the void that I had in many of my relationships, and it drove the girls crazy. They hated you, literally, all three of them, and that's just something that they have to tolerate, something that they have to accept, and it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be relationship wise. It's just people are fucking weird, you know? And that's just the bottom line. So don't preach Kimbo shit, Kimmy. She's not
No,
she's not onto
it's like
nothing.
it's like I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I just I somewhat disagree on what you're saying, just because it's like
You listen, listen.
that's a
Hold on.
cycle that no, that's a
No, no, no.
cycle
You
that,
hold
like, to
on.
me,
Listen.
hold on, no, you hold on, you
No,
already
you
spoke,
hold
let me
on.
speak. No,
No.
you hold on, listen, Linda. Like, the cycle that you're talking about, like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like, I just, again, yeah, I don't have kids to be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 like, because some people do sacrifice their own, like
Your own
feelings
happiness.
and all that and happiness because of their kids. But to me, like that's a cycle that needs to be broken because at the end of the day, you're only showing your kids that this relationship is okay, even if it's not okay. And I
Exactly,
don't
but
think
but
that's
that's
okay.
that's why we have to
But
do that. Like that. That's just the bottom
I'm
line.
but I'm just saying it's something that needs to like be broken because when your kids when to me personally, when like I feel like when kids see their parents happy, like they tend to be like sometimes it breaks them. Like sometimes like the whole separation thing does break kids. So it's like I could understand the conflict there of like, should we stay together? Should I just endure this? Like, and it just sucks for the person, you know what I'm saying? But again, like these relationships that you speak of, like in regards to like, oh, seeking somewhere else attention from both ends, it's both parties. It's just like whatever you just said doesn't justify doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
But it does though. I mean, to a certain
it's an
degree. To a
excuse to
certain no,
justify what you're doing though.
no,
Like
no,
that's my
no,
point.
no. It's not because Kimbo. Let's take away all the sexual encounters that I had,
No,
right?
I am. I am. I'm taking
And
all that
and,
away.
and let me just talk about you then, right?
Don't talk
How
about me.
no. Like I needed you in those
Hmm.
times, right?
Hmm.
And then as a friend, right? So
Hmm.
you mean to tell me that it was wrong and I was in the wrong because I needed
Again,
you and I needed to talk to you and I needed you to be my
what
friend?
I'm referring to is not a friend base. What I'm referring to is when you seek attention in the
I
sense
needed
of like,
attention from you to help me
again,
calm myself in my
that is,
relationship because I
but
couldn't
okay,
find that in my relationship. You get what I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying is like attention as in like love kind of thing from someone else. That's what I'm saying. Like in a flirty kind of way is what I'm talking about. Like that's what I mean by like if you have to seek that somewhere else and it's not working.
See, now you're just pinpointing cheating.
I'm not pinpointing, but that's what it is. That's exactly what I was
Integral.
trying to say. That's what I meant by like if you have to talk outside of what you already have and you bring someone else in by talking like that and getting that emotional connection with someone else, like that's what I'm referring to. Like then that's just all not working. Like that's when you have to sit back and be like, "Bro, bro."
But again, that goes back to square one, where if I needed that sexual like interaction with somebody because I'm not getting it at home from the person that I don't want to be with, right? It's gonna happen because I don't seek that from my partner, and we're not together for that. We're together for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Again, but that's where I said that that's where you need to break that cycle. Let that person go, bro. Because but again, having kids now involved, I know it's a whole different dynamic. I cannot really speak on that because I don't have kids. I never had to be like, oh well, like if music had to separate, there's nothing involving us other than the dogs, of course, but we just separate. You know what I'm saying? We have no like other emotional little human beings, that are gonna be affected by this. So again, I can understand your point in that, but I'm just saying, like, the other aspect of things is like, again, if you have to seek something somewhere else, that relationship ain't working and you need to separate. Like, that's what I meant. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I
Okay.
feel like what you're saying is just you trying to be like, well, I can't find it in that person, so I'm gonna have to seek it somewhere else. So to me, that's
Yeah.
like I'm trying to justify why I'm gonna cheat. And this is just how
Yeah.
you're
So
thinking.
like most men, right? Most men need. I'm not gonna lie, women too. I met some people recently that
I
have
feel like I
crazy
feel like
sex
we're gonna
drives.
I feel like we're gonna go in circles though with this conversation
No, no,
because I
no.
feel
You're
like
right. I will say you're right. Right. That's what you want to hear. You're right. You're right,
no,
Kimbo.
it's not that. Like I don't want to hear that I'm right. It's that I also want you to understand that for as long as I've known you, I always feel like you try to justify why you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but you've taken accountability like on your past relationship. And I've always brought it to your attention, like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell you, like, yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like, why? Just fix what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up. Because to me, again, if you have to go a different route, you don't love the person you claim to say you love, but I don't know what your status was with that. And then again, that's where my taintiness stuff happens from you with these other friends that you bring along that I get to meet. That's where my battle is. That I'm like, ah. And I'm like, when I get to meet them, be like, they're such a good person. And I'm like, stop. fucking with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave them alone for a little bit. Like, don't you like contribute to that because I think they're such a good person that I don't think they deserve that. But because to me, people that seek attention somewhere else and they find it, and again, you're single, so technically you're not doing nothing wrong. You're just engaging in it and like almost like you're luring them kind of thing, but they have every free will to say no, right?
Are
Um
you calling me a groomer?
no, I'm not calling you a groomer. But
Because I
again, I
am.
don't
I'm
like
kidding.
in
I'm
some
kidding.
aspect you're doing nothing wrong, but at the same time it's like
I'm
if
not
you know
doing
you're in a
nothing
relationship.
wrong, but the idea behind it is fucked up. Granted,
Yes,
yes,
because
yes,
that they have a partner or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. You know,
So, but you're not fully to blame, like the
yeah,
other
yeah,
side is
yeah,
fully to blame.
yeah.
But like I feel like they're like people that do that, like some people out of enjoyment, whatever. But some people are out of vulnerability, you know what I'm saying? And it's just I find it fucked up because I'm like, bro, just let them fucking deal with what they're dealing with. Like, don't throw more confusion in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
again, the only reason why I say that is too because like I had a friend who I remember he said like he was a good friend of ours, like when we worked in Walmart, and we knew his wife and all that, and then eventually we met up, like me, Zufus, and him to go out to eat, and he told us he was getting a divorce. I'm like, what? Because that was the last couple I was expecting to be like, we're getting divorced, we're separated. I was like, what?
Mhm.
And then I was like, why? And then, it was over like, them not picking up their slack or something like that, yada, yada, yada. But I was like, to me, those were minor things. I'm like, that's not like if she cheated, then I'm like, well, damn, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, understandable. But that stuff, like, to me, is like, you can work that shit out. Like, it's just
You
working
didn't
through
want to
it.
do my laundry, then I'm not gonna wash the dishes.
But I think
Okay,
people take,
divorce.
that like it took the toll on them, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, my point was that eventually they said that they were talking to someone else. And that to me is where I'd be like, whoa, that's where you fucked up. Like you brought someone else in to feed onto that, like to help you with that emotional part that you weren't getting from that partner. And that's never a good thing because now your focus is on that other person and not in fixing your current relationship. And I told him that. I mean, was it what they wanted to hear? I don't think so. But
Mm.
I was like, well, I hope the best for you guys. Like, I really think this is something you guys can fix, but it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's who you want to start talking to, that's fine. But I don't think you should have brought someone else in, like a third party in, like kind of thing. And then maybe like a year later, I guess they started talking again and working shit out, and they worked it out. And now they have a home. They had three more kids, and they seem pretty happy. Again, I only see the exterior, right? But they do seem generally happy now. But it's like
So
that is my point. You
you
can
need
fix shit, but
hiatus, fuck other people, and then come back together. That's all I'm hearing.
no, the whole thing is that communication is key and a relationship takes fucking work if you want it long term. If not, then you might as well be single for the rest of your life
We're gonna break
and let
up,
that person know.
go on a fucking spree, and then come back and settle down. Yes, sir. I like
And
that.
I don't know what happened with him and that other chick if they ever ended up meeting or not, but I don't know because I didn't ask. I was just rooting for them to get back together, but I was happy when they got back together.
You know, I that was one of my biggest fears, right? My biggest fear is one day getting back with the mother of my kids. Because there's so many instances, right? Where like people, high school sweethearts, whatever, relationships, whatever, kids, whatever, they get together, they break up, they go about their way, you know, live a little, learn, and then they cross paths again. They're like, you know what? Let's make this work again, right? And it happens all the time. You just explained one like that. Um,
Mhm.
I know. I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that I knew that they told me that one of my ex coworkers, they started a family, kind of like we did. They took 10 years apart, 10 years, and then they got back together, and then they got married, and they started their life together, and they were happily ever after. But I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Like, granted, 10 years is a long time, so maybe like a lot changed, and you saw things
They probably
different.
grew.
Yeah, grew, whatever. But like no, like that just makes absolutely no sense to me. And For me, it's like, do I see myself getting back with the mother of my kids? Hell no. Ever,
You
ever,
see,
never, 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 never. She could get her
I
shit together, her whatever together, grow, as you say.
I
No.
see relationship like their relationship. I feel like the only way it worked out is because they had chemistry together. You know what I'm saying? From what he expressed, it was like it was over dumb shit that they were fighting about, or like that took a toll on him, like stress, work, and on top of that, like her lack of like being home all the time but not cleaning this and that. Like I said, that's why I knew that I was like, y'all are literally can fix this, bro. Like I don't understand what's happening. You know, like what the fuck are we separating for? Like over that, like that to me feels like you guys can fix it. Is that now you fucked up by bringing a third person in? You know what I'm saying? And now you're like I said, his focus wasn't his relationship no more. It was the other girl that took from that focus. So that's what I'm saying. That like you, for example, like like
Attack
this,
me. Attack me, Kimbo.
like it's like your chemistry was from what you expressed, like, and on stream you've expressed it. Your chemistry wasn't like y'all were very. I don't even think y'all vibe like that together. Like y'all did, but didn't. If that makes any sense. So it's like what y'all were fighting about was about like as in y'all were attacking each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it was a constant attack towards each other's like more so personality and on top of that adding whatever other stresses y'all were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's cool. Okay, like you got annoyed with her and she got annoyed with the shit you did. You know what I'm saying? Like that was building resentment. I feel personally like that's what it looked like. So like when that shit starts happening, that means y'all not clicking, y'all not vibing. So it's just like, I mean, if y'all get back together, that's good for y'all. But like, it's just
To
like it
piggyback
just
off that,
wasn't there. You know what I'm
we
saying?
only got together because she got pregnant. We
But
never liked each other. Like
but you
that.
see that's what it goes down to too. Like again, this couple that I knew loved each other. Like they were like they the way they expressed it to each other, the way they acted together and all that, you can see they did, but shit got too stressful at some point that shit happened. But like with you, for instance, like what you just said, if you start off a sentence like that or a relationship like that, like the fuck you guys are together for? You know what I'm saying?
For the
It's not gonna function.
kids.
For the kids, I understand, and that's what I meant. We
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
yeah.
break that
I know, I know.
cycle of like just
Let's
getting
let's
together for the
let's
sake of the kid. Like
let's normalize
that's
loving
not
each other.
normal because then you're gonna just be arguing in front of the child, and that's how the child thinks that that's okay of a relationship to have with another partner as they get older.
Yeah.
And like that cycle keeps going because it's like they don't know that a healthy relationship is mom and dad love each other, they respect each other, and like dad does all this for mom and mom does this for that. You know what I'm saying? Like no relationship is perfect, but like they kind of get the they put their expectations like, oh, okay, this is what I want. Like I don't want to be arguing every day with my partner, you know? And some people, because they've seen that all their life, they're like, this is normal, you know? Fuck, I want to argue. So it's just my point. It's just my point.
Touche.
And you just ignore the shit out of me.
No, no, no. I was listening. My baby just wanted a
Oh, okay.
tender.
The baby. But again, it's just I don't know. Like I just can't express it enough.
No, you've done well, Kimbo. You've done well.
Ah.
But
So yeah,
you're leaving
just
out
gonna
one thing.
what?
We don't live in that world today.
It's
We
sad. I know we
we,
don't.
we don't
It's
live in that
sad.
world. That world ceased to exist. I think that world ended like in 2013 or 14.
But this is the thing.
You know,
Technology fucked us up.
it
I
did.
know that.
Um, but one thing that we have to understand, right, is these morals you speak of, right? They're gonna have to change, right? Everything in life, everything in the world changes. Literally everything, right? There's a religion out there. I can't think
Wait,
of
hold up. What morals are you speaking of?
no, like the whole faithfulness that you're talking about and like
Yeah, but what
love.
has to change? What about it?
Well, I'm not saying it has to change. What I'm saying is it's going to change and we just have to accept that.
But
Because
why?
we don't live in those times anymore of faithfulness, right? I say that to say this. Look,
So you're saying that cheating is gonna have just to be acceptable
it's
as you get older.
yeah, literally. I can promise you this. Listen and hear me out. In like 10 years, maybe 15 years, right? And it's not just cheating. I promise you, like it's I don't want to label it as cheating, but
Thank you,
I
Kimmy.
learned this in the last like maybe 2 years of my life, right? That we as adults, right, sexual interaction, it happens. We that's literally how we exist. Like that's literally why we're here, right? So I think it's really childish when people be like, "Oh, she's a hoe, she's a whore, she's a slut," like name shaming, like right? Because as kids, yes, that mindset stuck to us by our parents, our forefathers, the elder, right?
Pinche zorra,
Yeah,
pinche
yeah.
pendejo que
Uh,
se está
You,
acostando con
you
todo
know,
mujeriego.
yeah. You know that, that happens, But like as we get older, right? You want to have sex with this person, that person, whatever. Then stay single. Yes, we're single. Kimmy, that's what I'm trying to get to, and everything just leads up to the point where, in today's world, with today's technology, with today's social media, these every outlet we have, the doors are just endless. Anybody can just talk to anybody. Anybody can entertain anybody. Anybody can sleep with anybody, and it's gonna be normalized. Like in 5 or 10 years, that people are just gonna want to fuck each other. That's
It's
just it.
normalized because no one is bringing up the morals to be like,
Because they
"Hey,
don't
don't
exist
do that."
anymore.
Again, they don't
They
exist because we as people, like, for example,
e-
people like you do not
exactly.
want to remember that. Let me
Exactly. But that's because
I guess what I'm
times
saying is like, are
change.
you gonna like? I know they changed. Don't get me wrong, but like morals don't have to change. It's they're changing
Not that
because we're
yes,
not
they don't
teaching them no
have to,
more.
but
We're
they're
not teaching them
going
no
to.
more.
I know.
We're not teaching
I
them no
know.
more, though.
Kimbo, you
That's what
think
I'm
I don't
trying to
understand what you're
say.
saying? I know what you're saying, but
Yeah, but
times are gonna
what?
change where that's not gonna be the norm anymore. Like that's literally
And I get what you're
NORM.
saying, but I'm just trying to tell you why they
Oh,
shouldn't
trust me,
change.
I know that, and I wish that I was different, and I wish I can accept that. But from the last relationships that I've been in, and again, it wasn't just me. I am who I am today because it happened to me, and I'm pretty sure I think I told you that on my last stream. Why I like this genre of females is because in two of my relationships, it happened to me, right? Like
Uh
someone
huh.
came and took something from me, not once but twice. So I
Mhm.
want that same feeling. I want that. I crave that. I want to hurt
Lo
people.
traumaron.
Yes, I want to inflict that heartbreak to other people
That's a
as it was
trauma
inflicted.
that
It
you need to
is.
heal.
Hey, we talked about it at the beginning of the stream. I said I want to go back to therapy, right? But what I'm trying to get to is, um, there's too many outlets now, too many sources for people to want to be in like a permanent relationship, because
And then
it
and
doesn't exist anymore. And yes, the morals aren't what you call it reinforced. They're not fucking talked about. But people, and this goes back to the conversation that I had about you and Zufus. People like you and Zufus are the last of a dying breed, because I promise you, in 5 and 10 years, relationships are just gonna be shit, and they're gonna be shit. I mean, we're seeing it today how relationships can't last more than a year because someone's out cheating, someone's out doing this, whatever the case may be. But that's just the reality of it. We have to adapt to the new norm. Every decade that passes is going to be different, and it's with everything: technology, housing, relationships, friendships. My friends that I have today are not the friends that I had back in the 90s or in the early 2000s. That's just a change that we're adapting to, right? The phone you have in your hand, it's not the same phone that you had 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And what did you do? You adapted to change. The neighborhood you grew up in, it's not the same as the neighborhood you were in 15, 20 years ago, right? You adapted to change. So you as an individual are adapting to change every decade, and you're just taking it and taking it and taking it. But there's one thing that you don't want to accept change in, and that's the relationship statuses. Why are we not, right? Because it's something that we feel, right? And obviously we don't want to feel heartbroken. So I can understand that. But you have to understand that life goes on and life evolves and changes, and we just have to take it. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Adapting to change and accepting this kind of behavior is not the same thing, Patch. I know it's not, but we have to accept that.
We don't have to
You know, we
accept it. Is my point? You're saying we accept it.
listen.
We don't. Again, technology, I can understand. It's
I
changing, it's
know.
evolving. But what you're saying in regards to like the whole relationship stuff or whatever, we don't have to accept it. It's happening.
It's
I get that.
exactly.
But that's not something you have to accept. The fact that it's
Here,
changing is,
mama.
again, like you said, we're not enforcing it. We're not like bringing up our children to be with those standards anymore. And of course, it's harder now because they see a lot more on the internet. They see more. But is it achievable? Yes. From home, it starts from home. At the end of the day, I always said that everything starts from home. Like if my parents weren't the way they were, I probably would have been, God knows. But I'm just saying you don't have to accept that kind of change because
You know, I don't want to accept paying almost $3 for gas, but guess what? We have to.
that's
I
out
don't.
of your control though, Patchy.
I
That's
don't.
not in your
I don't
control.
want to accept paying 2 times rent, right?
That's
But I
out
have to.
of your control though. We can still control our kids and like their morals and their upbringing. That's
Of
the
course we
difference.
can, but you realize
That's
that
what I'm getting
the
at.
general public influences that because it's the world we live in. Technology,
Again,
it's the
I
world we live in.
understand that, but I'm just still saying it's still something in our control.
It
That's all I'm
is,
getting
but
at.
when they go out to the real world, all that doesn't mean anything because they're influenced by the real
I
world, the
mean,
times we live in.
I went out to the real world too, but my parents' influences still were there.
Exactly,
They
because you're
constantly still.
strong-minded, right? You're and that goes back to the other thing I said. You have
I do stupid shit,
self-control.
but
You have
nothing crazy like
self-control.
that.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You have
But that's
self-control.
what I'm saying. That's something you can control and instill in your own children.
But
Yes, the
we
outside
can't
world
because
is gonna
there's so many
influence.
outlets, right? There's so many
And
outlets.
like I said, I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But it's still something you control with your children. Like as in a sense of like you can try your best to upbring them that way. That's the reason I say you don't have to accept the change, but sometimes you can't avoid it. But it's still something you control.
What's the verdict here, Kimbo?
The verdict is that you need to stop justifying shit changing the way it is because of your stupidness. That's
No,
basically what it is.
I'm just accepting it as it
Just
goes.
kidding, just kidding.
You know,
Accepting it as it goes because I'm a cheater. Everybody else is gonna have to
I'm
be
not a
cheaters. Everyone's
hater.
gonna have to try. Oh well, technically, yeah, you're not, but
Verdict is patch of the hope.
yep, but so
If you teach your kids
you a
morals,
hoe, you a hoe, bro. But yeah. Anyways,
how
yeah.
was your Christmas?
Our ideas and our concept or perspective on that is very different between me and you. That's something like I think that we will never agree on because
Oh no,
you're adamant is
Kimbo.
one way.
No,
I'm adamant
Kimbo.
is one way.
I agree with what you're saying. Like, don't get me wrong. If I can find a girl, this is gonna sound terrible, and I don't mean it like that. But if I can
Don't say
find,
nothing, then. Ya, shh, cállate, ya mejor cállate, ya. El hocico,
if
mira,
I can
tu
find a
hocico está
girl
así, está así, shh,
with
cállate,
your mentality
cállate,
that's like
cállate.
you, I'm all for it. And
Cállate.
I know the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. It's that Cynthia girl. Remember I told you, Cynthia? Like
Yeah, I remember. I
she was the one that got away. I feel like
I
she.
mean, I feel like you still would have broken that girl's heart.
No, hell no, hell
Yeah,
no.
I think you would have.
Because like
Yeah, I think you would have.
I wouldn't have been who I am today if things went, I guess, and stupid because that was high school, right? And high school
Yeah.
is dumb, right? But the impact that she had in my life or on my life
Yeah.
at such a young age, right? I feel like it would have done something different, right? Because she had the same morals as you. She was with a dude who hit her, cheated on her, abused her, and she was faithful to that man. Like
Her.
like
Yeah,
faithful. And
poor
like
girl.
she blocked the world. He said delete your not Instagram. We didn't have Instagram back then. She said delete your MySpace, delete your your AOL, delete your MSN. You know, you're gonna be
Nah,
mine. Like
bro.
he had her in chains, and I had a
I mean,
chance to be with her, and we were in the talking stage, but I just I panicked, and nothing ever blossomed from it.
yeah.
But anyways, I believe that, and I'm not saying you're the same way. I'm not saying Zufis beats on you or whatever. But what I'm saying is the personality you are that you have is what I crave, right? And not just like you, like, oh, a gamer girl who's got her shit together, right? But like just someone with your mindset who has the desire to be someone in life. You know, you can't find that these days. It's
I
just
mean, I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like it's harder, but I feel like you click with people that have your same mindset. Does that make sense?
me.
But yeah, you.
What do you mean?
You find people that have your same mindset. I sometimes feel like you don't like me and you are friends. So it's like my mindset challenges you in some aspect, but you don't want that in your partner. Does that make sense? Like throughout the whole all these years though, like you let go of people that I feel like have challenged you. Or like
I
were
all right.
strong minded women.
So this
Like
this
or
is my
like they were
problem.
like they had their shit together kind of
This is
thing.
my
Like maybe
problem.
they were back and forth, but
I go after women who I feel who I'm attracted to, like on a physical, right? Not personality. You know how most people be like, "Oh, I'm all for personality," right? I'm like, "Ha, gay." Like that's not me, right?
well that you're attracted to, but most of them have been the same mindset
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Like I go in previously, and all my little escapades or whatever. It's been with women who I guess you can say share my same views because like they're just down for the ride, right? Like, they just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. Half of them were bum bitches. Literally, they didn't have no goals, no aspirations. They didn't have nothing to offer besides literally, p word. So, whatever, right? When it comes to like wanting to settle down with somebody, like I know what I need, but it's not what I'm physically attracted to. So
Yeah.
I get where you're going with this, and I understand that. I'm not saying that I'm blinded or, oh, why can't I find the love of my life, or why can't I find someone perfect for me. Every girl that I've been with, we're not compatible, like, at all. Like, we don't. There's Kimbo. You of all people know, of the 3 serious relationships I was in, none of them like gaming. Actually, I'm lying. The first one did, right?
Yes.
But all the other ones, like, they didn't like gaming. They can't stand the idea of gaming, right? I like
It,
what.
oh, I was gonna say you don't have to be compatible with someone that likes the game though.
Well,
Like they can dislike gaming, but they still have the other qualities you want. You know.
yeah, but they don't, And when it comes to like how I am, like with you, or like people who I game with when I'm streaming, like I'm retarded, I'm funny, I'm stupid, whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
like this with them, you know.
I've noticed.
I don't, what I'm saying, like, I don't know. It's weird because I can be goofy and dumb and happy with you, with Zufis, with Diablo when we chilled in person, with anybody who I hang out with from Discord, or just gaming in general. And I'm just like, I'm lit. I'm out there. I'm happy because I can be myself. But why can't I be myself with the person I'm sleeping with? I don't know. I think that's a psychological thing. That's a mental disorder, if you will, because it just doesn't make sense. You know,
Yeah, it
in my
doesn't.
in my opinion. Um,
Well, anywho, let's get off the topic of your.
yeah, because you
I
just
feel like
bullied me for like the last 20 minutes.
we always hit this topic with you, like your fucking relationships. Let's get off of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. What were we talking about before earlier? We were talking about resolution. We strayed
Resolutions.
so far off. So,
Mm,
anyways, I was looking up what were the like main resolutions. Well, not the main, but what comes up on the web, right? Whatever.
hmm
So the first one I see here is weight loss. I think that is a main one that
I
everyone wants to achieve.
I talked about that.
Most want to achieve, but I feel like by the second month I'm off. but I have to find that motivation again, which I will. I promise. Like I said that by February I will see the difference. I just got to get there.
Uh,
Okay. The other one was spend time with family. That's a good resolution.
Wait,
I do
yours
want to spend more
or
time
is that
with
the
my family.
general thing?
That's general, like when you
Um,
look up,
yeah.
New Year's resolutions,
Mhm.
like popular New Year's resolutions. The other one's obviously eat healthier, which goes with weight loss. I do need to eat healthier though, but because honestly, I've been eating like shit. I've been eating out or just eating ramen fucking noodles, like nothing like
Not me eating
healthier.
mozzarella sticks at midnight.
So eating healthy is a must because I like every time I start feeling like shit, I'm like, bro, I only have one body. What am I doing? I'm not even taking care of it like I should be. And I'm only getting older.
Kimmy says I actually did really well with the weight loss one this last year. Really?
Hey.
Congrats. Show me the way.
Learn something new is another popular one. I do want to learn something new. And remember I told you I was trying to learn Korean? I stopped doing that. So I want to get back into it.
What
And
was
then
it?
another Korean.
Oh, the language. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing I told Zufus I want to learn is either to play the guitar or to play piano.
Mm.
Because I think or violin. Those are like three instruments that I really like the
Thank you for the
sound of.
follows, Imwal. Kimmy said she dropped 75 pounds.
What?
That's a whole
That's
body.
awesome. That is awesome.
That's what I need to do.
You go. You go, Kimmy. Yeah, it takes a lot, bro, to be determined, to have that discipline.
Oh yeah.
I was my happiest, I will say, when I was like in a consistent gym mood and eating healthy and like saw results and
Same.
yeah, I was like fucking happy as hell. Like my mood was so different. But then definitely eating and like gaining weight, like it puts you in such a depression, like depressed mindset. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not depressed, but it's like an upsetting mindset, if that makes any sense.
Oh no, it's definitely depressing.
Drink less is another New Year's resolution.
Ooh, that was part of mine.
You know what? We should just like not drink at all.
I was telling Kimmy how you thought I was an alcoholic. How
You
you thought
are.
I. What? You see? I don't get it.
Yeah, you want to drink every fucking weekend, bro. Like you're not
Okay,
gonna like.
look, keyword, and this is the reason why I emphasize that I
Yeah,
am
chile,
not.
chile, chile,
Because I
chile. Yes,
ask
toma,
you, and you'd be
cálmate,
like, nah. You'd
cálmate.
be like, nah. And like nobody wants to drink with me, so I'm like, all right, I guess I won't drink. I've been
Yeah,
drinking
calm
almost a
down.
week and a half.
No, you're not an alcoholic. Only because you drink on the weekends doesn't make you an alcoholic. It's just you like to drink. Now, if you drank every day, then I'd be like, you got a problem, sir.
You did tell me I had a problem,
If you drink every day,
Kimbo. Like just 2 weeks ago, he was like, you got a problem. I'm like, Kimbo, I don't have a drinking problem. You got a problem.
okay, but I'm joking. Okay,
No,
I'm
you were
just
dead
joking
serious. There
around.
was no LOL in that.
No, if you really have a problem, I would tell you. I'm concerned.
It was around the time
Are
where I
you
was
okay?
drinking every night, like a month ago,
Were you drinking every night?
almost every night.
If you weren't drinking every night, then I know I was joking. But anyways, I
Ah,
can't only imagine how hard it is to like not take a fucking sip of anything, like even a shot,
cut out
especially
sugar,
with
carbs,
party.
fried foods, and drink a shit ton of water. You never asked me to drink, fake friend. What? I asked everybody to drink on the weekends. Um,
But what was I gonna say? Shit.
yeah, what were you gonna say? Attack me some more. Now's your chance.
All right, get organized is the other one.
That's a good one.
I like that. I need to get that. Get more organized because I'm a little. I swear I have undiagnosed ADHD because I am all over the fucking place and can never get my shit together. The other one is save money.
Ooh, that one's hard for me. Hi.
Yeah, it takes some discipline. It's hard and so a game plan. That's literally what it is.
So like my thing with money, right, is I want to enjoy it, right? Because one thing that always like I don't want to say irks my soul, but like you look at, for instance, Steve Jobs, right? How he had all the money in the world, and then he gets sick, and then he's gone, and he didn't get to enjoy it. He died pretty early, right? Well, not early, but he
Mhm.
wasn't like old old. But then you got someone like Tesla dude. What's his name? Um,
Elon Musk.
yeah, him. Billions. I think he's the second richest man in the world. Oh no, that's Amazon guy. What's the Amazon guy?
All right, get to the point.
No, not Elon Musk. The other guy, the bald headed dude, who just got married.
Get to the point.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh my god.
Billions, right? You got all that money, but goddamn, if you died tonight, what was the point of all that? If you didn't enjoy it, right? So my
Mhm.
philosophy in life, and it's a shitty one too. I don't recommend it to nobody, but I enjoy it while I have it when I can, and that's why I'm so. What, baby? Oh, my phone's right here. My thing is, I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna live it because I can. Okay, right? Because if I don't go out every weekend, if I save and save and save and save and save because I just want to save money, and then I get into a car accident and I'm dead, what did I just save for? Right? And I understand saving is always good because you got to have some money on reserve in case something happens. Trust me, I know that. But I want to enjoy my life while I have it, Because who's not to say that I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow morning, right? I could die in my sleep. I can choke on this mozzarella stick if I throw up in the middle of the night. Bam, I'm dead. So my thing is, I'm gonna enjoy life and I'm gonna live it. I don't care if I have to take spontaneous trips up to Pennsylvania to see my parents, or take a bike with no registration, license, insurance, and nothing to go hang out with Zoofus, or go to Miami, Florida, or whatever. Like I'm just gonna enjoy life, and that's just the way I see things.
well, the other one is travel more.
Oh,
I touched on that for the new resolution, and yeah, I don't think it'll happen too much this year. Maybe, hopefully, Mexico trip, but that's about it.
it's
The
gonna
next
happen.
one would be volunteer.
Mmm.
I always wanted volunteers for stuff, but then I just never followed through with it because then I don't go out my way to be like, yeah, you know what? Let me let them know. Can I volunteer? Because that basically brings out networking. Good, but
And
to
Kimbo's
get
not
in
social.
get in shape. I'm definitely not social. I mean, I'll be there, but I'm not like, oh my god, definitely not social. Get in shape, same thing. Improving mental health. That's a good one.
I talked about that one too.
Improving mental health. I think that's like a big thing with a lot of adults. The mental health thing. No one ever prepares you for that though either. When we're young kids, like we make it like seeing the adults makes it seem like, oh, I want to be an adult, buy everything I want, do whatever I want. But when you get to that point, it's like no one ever forewarned you about the mental toll it takes on you. Oh, like just life in general.
That is true.
So like when you get to that point, now you have to deal with it. It's like it can either go worse or you can manage to cope.
That was one of my five. I had five, and that was definitely one of them. Therapy, spiritual, physical. What was my other two? Oh, YouTube channel with my kids, and what was the other one?
Mm.
But yeah,
The other one is live life to the fullest. Read more. I definitely need to read more. I need to get my brain pumping again.
you know what helps with that? Chess. Learn how to play chess.
No, I want to read.
Oh my god.
Explore new places. That's not a bad one. Get more sleep. Oh yes, that's something that definitely needs to improve. But that
Yeah.
also goes with the being healthier.
You get that already.
Yeah.
Look at you.
My sleep
Late
at
today.
10 p.m. Get
10
more sleep.
p.m.
Yeah, bro. I woke up at 4:30. I mean 3 o'clock this morning. So that's why I was so tired. 39. Zufi getting sick. gonna like, I'm gonna fucking get sick too. Improve relationship. I feel like everyone can grow in any relationship.
For sure. Yeah. That's gonna be my priority.
Paying down debt.
Oh
That's a good
yeah.
one. That's what I want to do. Pay down some of my debt. Become a mentor. No,
Who the fuck is gonna
that's
want to
not
listen to
one.
me?
And the other one's like career goals and improve finances. Well, they're not bad. No procrastination anymore. Learn, but not just for grades. Try something new this year.
You're welcome, baby.
Yeah, they're not bad resolutions.
Yeah, those are
That's so
pretty good ones.
crazy.
What?
What is one thing you're proud of from this year? Like, did you complete a resolution or resolutions?
I didn't
Or is there
complete
something
one, but
you're
I am
proud
proud
of this
that I
year?
didn't kill myself.
So you're proud that you didn't kill yourself?
Yeah. Hello, good morning, Zimmy. Um, I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I feel like every year we talk about, not we like me and you, but like we as individuals talk about this, and then just like as the year goes by, we just don't follow up on our resolutions. Because I am 34 years old, and I cannot tell you
How about this?
what my
How about
resolutions
this?
were in the past.
Why don't you write your 5 resolutions right now
Mm,
and keep it at your desk? I don't know. Stick it somewhere on your board, somewhere where you're not gonna lose it.
it's not a
And
bad
then
idea.
by next December,
Dad,
show us your list and let us know what you completed.
I like that. I think I will do that because I think accountability is the number one reason why we don't achieve these goals.
No, that's true. It is.
You know? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that indeed. Because I want to reflect on it and I want to be like, damn, you lazy piece of shit. You didn't do half the
Good
shit.
morning. Yeah.
Uh, or on a WordPad, notes on PC and make a file. I want to be able to see it. I need that constant reminder. I think I'm gonna
And you
do
could
that
just
on the wall.
post it on your monitor, on your wall, somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. I want you to do the same thing too. So I remember, okay, what did I complete from this shit? By fucking February, that shit's gonna be in the garbage. Like, wait, what? What happened to this
Gone.
resolution?
It's not about writing, it's about committing. What up, Spartan? Now it's definitely about writing because
I
if
just,
I don't see it, I'm not committing.
yeah, yeah.
Tattoo it on your forehead, that's not a bad one because I can see it every morning when I go to brush my teeth.
Yeah, post it like everywhere where you walk. The bathroom, your bedroom, your kitchen. And like reminder.
It's funny we say this because at the beginning of the stream I talked about this and I used the gym as a reason. How I was telling Kimmy how I have a gym membership for the whole year and I haven't gone for the whole
Yeah.
year. And I feel like the number one reason why I haven't gone, it's not because of time, because we have the time. Clearly, we're fucking playing video games for 3, 4 hours a night, right?
Discipline, accountability.
Yes, discipline and initiative. Because I have the resources, I have the gym membership, I have the vehicle to travel, I have the
Mm-hmm.
money, I have the clothes, I have the shoe, I have everything. It's just physically getting off my ass and into the out the door and into the
And
car
doing
and
it.
driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's just it. You know, um, I've seen it so much and no one commits. Just talk. Exactly. It's the lack of motivation.
Discipline. It's
Yeah.
discipline, honestly. Because you can have the motivation, you just don't have the discipline. Get to it.
There was a topic I didn't agree with what y'all said. It was about 10 minutes ago, but I couldn't text it at the time. Ooh, what was it? Hello, Jem. Yeah, baby. Okay, go lay down.
You can really see my veins.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, you know, um, So a recap to all the new people that just came in, and Kimbo, because you weren't here for the beginning. Um, my first resolution is obviously get back in the gym and lose at least 45 pounds because I weigh right now 285.
Mm.
I got weighed 3 days ago. Um, the heaviest I ever was in my life was 290, so I'm only 5 pounds away from reaching my heaviest ever, and that's scary. So I'm gonna apply myself this coming year and drop to like 240. I think 240 is my comfortable weight. My
Wait,
second
what's
one,
your height?
6 feet.
You're 6 foot?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
What's that face?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Huh.
Why? Hello,
Curious. That's why your license says something different,
bro.
according to the stuff you
That
said.
license was from when I was like 18 years old, or
So you're
nine or
telling me you keep
19.
growing after 8C?
Bro, we grew until we're 25.
Okay.
Um, I was like, I think in that idea, I was like 5'9" or 5'10", but I was 18 or 19 years old. I'm now 34, man, and I got my steel toe boots on. Okay, I grew a couple inches. No, so
Your weight should be between 140 and 184 pounds.
yeah, so I'm fucking obese even at my fucking 240 mark that I want. Um, why not 200? Because I was 200 slash 190. But that's too skinny for me. I don't. I look like I'm dying. I'm tall. I'm naturally like bigger. So when I was 185, 190, I looked sick. I looked like I was dying, and I don't want to look like that. 220, 240 is when I'm my best. You're a liar. You are not. I'm as tall, if not taller than you. You lie. Yeah. Um, that's where you build muscles. Well, I wouldn't want to drop down to 200 and then bulk up and get bigger. If I already have the mass now, I should just like cut on my way down. I wouldn't want to starve myself and become a stick and then build muscle back up. That's just unnecessary descend. But do I? I'm 5'10". You're not 6 feet, bro. You are not 5'10". Papa Crane says he's 6'2". Kimbo, how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3".
I'm tiny.
Pitufa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so first one was weight loss. Second one was go back into my religious side, right, and go back into a church, um, and get back in touch with my inner self. The third one was I want to get back into like counseling and fix myself because I feel like I'm broken and not physically. I'm not mentally here. You know, I was telling Kimmy how I had a breakdown, meltdown a couple weeks ago when I talked to you, Kimbo. I was crying, bro. I had to pull over. The fourth one was,
Sometimes you
uh,
need those breakdowns.
oh yeah, you know, um, my fourth one was, oh, the YouTube channel with my daughters. They want to start a YouTube channel and vlog our weekend adventures. Um, and my fifth one was be a more consistent streamer and help rebuild our organization with a couple goals that I told you about, Kimbo, that I didn't tell everybody else, but I don't want to speak on it yet. But we do have some goals and aspirations. Those are my five. And I think out of those five, I'm going to have to try my best to at least do three of them. Even if I got to be a fat fuck and not work on my physicalness, I'm going to achieve the other ones. Your girlfriend is 5 feet tall? Man, you got a shorty, Papa Crane. We literally are the same height, loser. No, we're not. I'm not 5'10". I'm gonna go get myself measured tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should get
Yeah,
remeasured.
yeah, yeah.
Why should you come back? I'm 5'6",
Oh
actually.
my
Just
god.
kidding.
No, no, no. Nah, bro. Like, how tall are? You said you're 5. What, 3?
Nah, you have to be about
What's
you have to be
Zoof
about five
is?
seven. You have to be above 5'7" because he's 5'7". You're taller than him.
Zufi's 5'7",
Mm-hmm.
and
Like the
he's
pizza.
like he's not a. Actually, I can't even like recall when we hung out that one time on the bikes because like I wasn't really thinking about hey, let me see how
Yeah, but
tall I
I
am.
think you're taller than him though. No.
I maybe my goal is about 175 next year because I do a lot of Spartan races. I'm heading out. Alrighty, Spartan. You have a beautiful night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Watch
Good
Pachy 5'8".
night. Good night, night.
If you're 6 feet, then I'm 6 feet. Maybe. I'm gonna go get height check tomorrow.
Yeah.
5'8". No, no, no. Definitely not 5'8". Um, but yes, those were my five. Kimbo, she told us. Wait, did you tell us your actual goals?
Yeah, I said I had not woken up yet, but yes.
What the hell?
I was half asleep, bro. Okay, I literally had to hurry up on here because I knocked out. But I think I said losing weight, eating better. Uh, what else did I say? I forgot. Oh, traveling and I think those are the main three I said because I couldn't wake up.
Oh,
Dealing with my procrastination for sure, and the other one is
Kimbo time. Gotta fix that
finding new
Kimbo time.
friends.
Finding new friends.
Kimbo time. First off, don't even come at me with that, bro. Cause there's no more Kimbo time. You're
Oh no no
at
no
this point.
no! Don't start.
No, 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 no. Today I
Well,
overslept. There's a
we're gonna talk
difference.
about today. Oh,
I
okay, yeah,
overslept. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
slept, and not because I chose to be
Ooh,
late.
my bad.
Difference. There's a
That's
difference. Now, if I chose to be late because I managed my time,
nobody
okay, that's a
chooses to
whole
be late
different
to
thing.
anything, Kimbo. You think I just wake up and be like, ha, I'm just gonna be 30 minutes late to work because I want to be?
Yeah.
No, no one, no.
Mhm. You chose to
uh,
be late.
you crazy for that?
You be choosing to be late or just ignoring our messages and be like, I'm coming.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. That whole Halo event thing you had? Fucking A. I invited my brother too. You never got the fuck on.
I was literally on.
No, you weren't. You never responded
Oh
to us, ever
my
got on. You
god.
just said one word, and then you were too scared to come back on to
Proud of you.
like join Discord like after fucking 3 hours later.
Tired. I'm
But
done with you.
anyways, my time has progressed. I'm doing way better with that. I've been on time. I'm trying to be more mindful on that. And just be better as a person, I guess. Keep growing.
I like that.
Do new things. Do new things. That's what I want. Get out of my comfort zone.
So cinnamon challenge question mark?
Well, I don't want to do sandwich. I'm not trying to die.
Oh my god. One
When I
chip
meant get at,
challenge?
when I meant like challenge, it's like challenge myself as in like
Yeah, like stop
be
being a
more.
P.
Do if I can just be more like less shy on like do more streaming or do things that get me out of my comfort zone or like try new things to like try to learn new things like video editing or like something that's extra income for me too.
Streaming is that, Kimbo. You just have to do
It's
it.
work though too, but
You,
I also
you,
have to learn the behind the scenes kind of stuff.
uh, do I not exist?
You don't ever really do it. What are you talking about? Do you edit videos? Do you know, cut things out, put them back together? Do you do graphic designs? Do you do this? Do you do that? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I went to
No, you don't.
school for that. I have a degree in
Ah,
that.
okay.
Just kidding, just kidding.
But yeah, I think that's about it for resolutions and Christmas. What else did you say about the stream? Christmas and what?
It was
Oh,
just Christmas. How was
my
your
Christmas
Christmas?
went well. Tomorrow I'm getting together with my brother and then sister-in-law, my nephews. Since we couldn't get up together this Tuesday, Wednesday we got together with my husband's family. It was fun. Very I don't know. Bunch of chaos
Very
over there.
what?
I don't know. It's just very chaotic over there sometimes. But it's a good
Okay.
time. It's a good time
I'll take
overall.
your word for it.
Yeah. About it. That's all I got.
Very nice, very nice. So, are we gonna go play Rocket League later tonight?
No.
See, case in point.
See, there he goes.
Case in point. Ah, I just had to
There he
prove something. No,
Oh,
I
that's another
just
thing too I wanted to know earlier. I only asked about how I don't live my life, but the other thing is like, how am I mean to you?
we just proved it right now.
That's not being mean. That's just me not
Yes,
wanting to play.
no, it's you being mean to me as a
It's
friend,
not. You need to differentiate between your meanings,
Kimbo.
Pachy.
Kimbo, if you have
Pachy.
a friend, right,
Uh huh.
and the friend wants to spend time with you on a game that he likes, and
Or
you
she.
don't, and or she likes, right, and you don't do that, that makes you a bad friend because you're not holding up your end of the bargain as a friend. You swore an oath to be a best friend
I
and to be
swore an
there.
oath. What the fuck?
You
I didn't
swore
even
to be
know.
there for me in the
I
good
don't know
and
what
bad
oath this was.
times. You know,
Right, and I'm here.
it was in the fine print when you signed the
It doesn't
contract.
say to
It was at the, it
play
was
certain games
yeah, and it's not about
only.
certain games. It says just be a good fucking friend and play whatever your friend wants to play. Just how like you got me to play Phasmo. Just how you
You,
got me to play
the one
Pico
I
Park.
played Phasmo
Just
because
like
of you.
you
I
got
just
me playing
ended
Prop
up
Hunt.
liking
Just
it.
like you got me playing Rocket League when I first got into it. Just like you got me playing that one Pacify or whatever
Correction.
game. Just like
I didn't get you
you
to play
got me
Rocket League.
playing
That
back
was I think I
Escape to
got
the
you to
Back Rooms.
download
Just like
it, but you
you,
never played it with me. You played it with your other friends
Kimbo.
first. Don't Kimbo me.
I can go
Don't
on
Kimbo me.
Facebook. My very first live streams on Facebook was
That
playing Rocket League
doesn't
with
matter.
you.
No, before you started streaming
Yes.
on Facebook, you started playing with your other friends Rocket League.
Kimbo, I never even gave a fuck about them on Rocket League. You
I
were
don't
literally the
care.
only
That was
reason
the
why
only
I
people
downloaded
you
it
started
and
playing
played
with
it.
first. And then eventually you started playing with the me.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Straight.
You think that you got me to buy a game to play with you to never play the game.
Yeah, because
Correct.
I think you
That's
when you downloaded it, I think you only played once, and after that, we never ended up playing again. And then I remember because I remember it was with Zufus. I was playing with Zufus and someone else. I can't remember exactly who, but I know it was Zufus. And then we saw that you were on Rocket. And it's like, what the fuck? He's playing Rocket League and he didn't say shit to us. Like this is a time where I was playing like Rocket League a lot. And then I was like, wow, that's fucked up. And that's when I hit you up, and you were like, oh, you should join us. Blah blah blah.
Kimbo.
Don't Kimbo me.
I just want to piece together your story. So
It's already pieced together.
you
There's nothing else to piece together.
you made
I'm just
me
letting you know.
buy a $30 game, right? I played one game with you, and then I never played with you again. Okay.
Because you said you didn't like it.
First of all, let me elaborate on that and tell you why that's. Let me debunk that. Okay.
And you said you didn't like it.
First of all, I didn't
You
like
didn't.
it, right? But I kept
Mhm.
playing with you. I
You
kept
didn't.
playing with you so much
No, you
that
didn't.
you
No,
ended
you
up
didn't.
giving me your settings to how to play the
No, you
game. Do you
didn't.
remember that?
That was
Do,
after
no, no.
after you had
If
finished
I
playing
was
with your
playing
friends
with
and all
other
that, and then
people, if I was
but
playing with other
you
people, why would I
got
just suddenly be like, you know what? Let me get your
This
settings,
is
by
a
the way.
problem. This is a problem. You lack communication skills. Listen, when we were playing, it was after you had already started playing here and there with your other friends. Then eventually we started playing together Rocket League, and eventually we started playing more and more and more. But again, you didn't start off
Uh,
playing Rocket League with me. You only
let me
played
let me
it
piece
once,
together this story
and
for
you were
you.
like, "I don't like it, so
Okay.
let me play."
So
But then I started
you're
seeing that you were playing more and more with your friends. I was like, "What the hell? What just happened?"
so you're telling me that I'm gonna piece this timeline together for you, just so you can see how crazy it sounds. You made me buy a $30 game. I played with you one time.
Can you shut up with the $30 game? Because that
Listen.
makes this relevant at this point.
It's a free game, Kimbo. I spent money to play a game with you. I played with you before it was free. That's what I'm trying to get to. So, anyways, I got this game for you. I played it one time with you. I hated it. I didn't play with it. Found new friends, played with them a lot, according to you. And then you told me to play with you again. I played with you again, and
No, I told you
then
that was fucked up, so you started playing with me
okay,
after
so
I
you
said that
said
was
it was
fucked up.
fucked up. Then I started playing with you, and
Mm.
then after all that time that I supposedly spent playing with them, I was just content with my controller settings to a point where I came back to you, and then I was like, this game still sucks, FYI. And then you were like, oh, but let me show you how to really play the game. Let me give you my game settings on how to play this game better. And then I did that.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Do
Mhm.
you realize how crazy that sounds?
No, it sounds very logical.
Kimbo, if I didn't enjoy the fucking game as I already did it in the beginning,
First off,
why would I play with
when you
them?
came to me though, you were more interested in the game. It's just that you were just not getting the concept as of yet. Like you were just still trying to maneuver your little like flying things. And then when you started playing with me, that was like, you can change your settings to have it better, right?
You know all that
And you
happened
were
in the
like, no,
beginning,
I
right?
can't. Blah, blah, blah,
That all
blah, blah,
happened in the
blah.
beginning.
No.
Rocket League
Mm-mm.
wasn't a hard game to comprehend for me at least because we're gamers, right? In the beginning,
I,
and
I'll bring
remember,
Zufus.
listen,
I'll
and
bring Zufus up there too tomorrow so he can be
and
the witness.
listen, Linda. In the very beginning, I played with you for so long, and I'm not saying for so long like that. I just mean like I played with you a lot more than you claim
Mm-mm.
because I vividly
Mm-mm.
remember us playing private games and you shitting on me and laughing at me because you would stay in net and I would go hit the ball and then you'd redirect it across the
That
map.
that that was after you
No,
started ditching your other friends, bro.
Kimbo, do you think I was that garbage for that long?
First of all,
No,
I never said you played like fucking 3 freaking years before you play with me.
no,
I'm just
I
saying
know
you
that.
started off playing with your
Okay,
other friends
I
after
get what
you
you're
said
saying,
you didn't like it. You stopped playing with us,
but what,
and I was like, all right, fine. I'm not gonna force him to join us because I would send you invites and you wouldn't
okay,
join.
but
But
put that
anyways,
little
then you
put that little piece
started
together.
playing with
Put that
your
little piece together.
friends for a few like days, months, whatever you want to call it. You
Mm-hmm.
started playing with them, and
Okay.
when we noticed it, we were like, "What the hell?" And like we're
And
like,
then I
"You
came
said
to
you
you
didn't
and we played
like it."
custom games and you told me about the
And
buttons and then we
again,
played 1v1s.
my point was you started playing with other people. You didn't start off playing with me per se. Then you started playing with me, and then that's when we started progressing more into the Rocket League. Well, you did, not me, because I was just playing for fun. You wanted to go into the competitive side. So that's all my point is. That's it. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that.
Because your timeline's fucked up. And you're making it
It's
seem
not like
like
it's not fucked up.
it is. Because you're making it seem
You
like
always want to justify yourself and what you did
no.
instead of saying like, yeah, you know what,
Kimbo, what
I
do
know,
I
I fucked up.
benefit from this story? What makes you think that I want to be right in a
What do
story like
I
this?
benefit from it for
Uh,
being right? Nothing. But I'm just trying to let you know that that's right.
And I'm letting you know
That's
that
what I'm
it's
saying.
wrong.
And I'm letting you know it's right.
Anyways, the point of this whole fiasco was that I played for you, but you won't play for me. And that's just the bottom line.
Well, you recall when you made me buy Phasmophobia, you only played it for less than a month, and then after that, it was always just me playing by myself, or with Spartan, or with
Kimbo, I got on
Becca.
Phasmo for you. What are you talking about?
Barely, barely, bro, barely.
But I
Now
did.
every time I would ask you,
But I did. No, no, no.
I'm like, well, you beg, and you never get.
in the
So
very
stop it. So
beginning, in
shut
the
up.
very
I don't even want
beginning,
to hear
in
it.
the very
I don't even
beginning,
want to hear
in
it.
the very beginning.
Again, less than a month. That's all I said. That's all I
Oh,
said. I never said you did it, but I said less than a month. Okay. So listen. Okay. Start listening. Put your listening ears on. Get it together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
anyways,
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So don't start coming attacking me for no
I'm not
reason.
attacking. I'm just trying to
You
like.
did. You were like, you see, I tried to prove a point. She just trying to play with me.
But that's the truth though.
No, it's not. But I never want to fucking hear it. See, you always come and attack me, and then you wonder why I attack back.
I'm
What
not
do I do
attacking
to
you.
you? What do you guys to deserve such stuff? I don't do anything. I'm a child of God. Literally what you say all the time. You fucking
How dare you bring
victimize
my
yourself, bro.
religion into this?
I didn't bring no religion. I just said that's what you say. I just made a statement that you state. I'm an innocent bystander. I do nothing.
Are we gaming tonight after this or what?
Oh no. I'm a bad friend, so I don't know.
Well, now's your chance to redeem yourself as a good friend.
No, I'm a bad friend, so I'm just gonna stick to that. According to you.
Kimmy says she's gonna play if you play.
No, not playing. I'll stick to my narrative, I guess. I'm a bad friend.
At least you accept it now.
I'm just saying that because you said it. So
Look, Kimmy says she's already on. Kimmy's already on. Come on, Kimbo. You took a nappy nap. You should be good to go.
nope. I don't play with friends that call me bad friend.
Oh my. You know what you remind me of? My youngest daughter when she doesn't get her way.
You see, why is it that everyone else has a
What?
problem, but
What?
you?
No, I'm just saying.
A lot from you. You are not like you always say, "Why are you like this? Why this? Why this? Why you this? Why you that?" But it's never like, "Oh yeah, I bring that side out of you. I know. That's me. That's me." It's always we're the problem, not you the
But
problem.
I don't do anything. I'm just being myself, and you just overreact to it.
You're just being yourself. So you're telling me you never poke buttons, you never try to get a reaction out of no.
Why would I do
That's what you're
that?
saying. That's what you're saying, right?
Why would I do that? That's a terrible
That's
thing
what
to
you're
do.
saying, right? Oh, really? Okay. That's what I thought.
Have I done that
Your
tonight?
answer just answered everything.
Have I done that
Yes.
tonight? Yeah.
Yes.
What? When? Where? What the hell?
With the whole Rocket League thing, you started that, and this is what brought all this conversation.
How was that poking? I was just stating an observation.
What did you just say? You want to play Rocket League? And I said, nah. You see? I told you this is what I meant. And I'm like, yeah,
That's
exactly. You want a
literally
reaction
that
from
you
me.
just said. You're stating a statement, like a fact.
You said, this is what I meant. So you're trying to. You want a reaction, of course, because
There's
like,
no
why would you say what you could have just been like, come on, let's play.
I
Or
did.
something. Like, no.
I literally said that, and you were like, nah.
No.
And I was like,
then
okay,
after
this
I
is
said
why.
no. This is why what?
This is why I'm hot.
This
Is
am I gonna
why
throw
I'm
something
hot.
at you, bro? I swear. When you put like a canyon next to your fucking computer, so I can press a button and just throw something at you, bro. Oh my god, I can't. I can't.
All right, so Kimbo, what is the move for tonight?
Huh?
Hmm?
Going to bed.
Get the fuck out of here! You slept for like 10 hours. That's why you were late today.
I'm gonna play with Lady Dino. She's still on.
That's crazy.
She's nice to me. Unlike you.
Mm. That's what Kimmy just said. But you should play with me. I'm the nice one. It is a terrible thing to do when you do it all the damn time. I don't do it all
Bro, I swear to God, I can't stand you.
the damn time. Who are we rating?
I can't
What?
stand you. Bro, that's the one thing I cannot stand you.
This is bullying, by the way.
Fucking bullshit lies, bro.
Like you
Oh,
see,
it hurts my nerve,
what you're
bro.
saying right now is crazy.
It's not crazy. I'm seeing how you are. It irks my nerves. Just like you say my stubbornness irks you, your fucking lying ass self irks the shit out of me.
Here we go. Fortnite with Kimmy and Lady Dino. Back.
I'm asking Lady Dino if she's playing right now.
All right, Kimbo. Who we rating? Who we rating? Okay, good talk. Love it. Love it. So this is who we got from within the server.
On.
I was gonna say Desi, Jemmy, Pregnant Dino, Queen of Death, Blaze, Tom Tom.
Desi is part of our server, so.
Say no more, fam. Alrighty, mi gente, that is the end of our show.
You guys have a good new. Wait, hold on. Happy New Year. I couldn't think. Hope yeah, have some good resolutions, stick with them, and don't fucking fail. If not, you're a loser. Just kidding. Yeah, just try your
Wow.
best. I'm just kidding. Try your best.
Yes,
You're an awesome person, no matter what. Because at
because
least
you
you got
are.
through another year, and you'll get through another one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you ever need help or some motivation, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I give out the best advice. Right, Kimbo?
Hmm?
Why are you so mean?
My mama told me not to lie.
Mmm, interesting.
Hmm.
Missy D says I just got here wild. We're gonna go live. Kimbo is gonna stream on her personal account. Oh, just
Oh,
your
I'm not
oh.
streaming. Mm-mm. Pachy said he's streaming.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Kimbo.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, Pachy.
I guess I'll be streaming with Kimbo's cam on, and I'm gonna turn mine off, and it's gonna be her
Five
show.
dollars an hour.
Bet. I'm gonna need you for 30 minutes. 250.
250. I can't stand you.
Let's go show some love to Paradise Desi. She's currently playing Fortnite. She's cracked out of her mind. Oh, she's playing with Jemmy. So we get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, you guys have a good night and happy new year again. Since we won't get to see you guys till next Friday. Safe.
Next.
Don't drink and drive. Find a DD. Party hard.
Or just
That's
be
all I
a
got.
man and fucking suck it up and drive through it.
Wow. Don't listen to him. See, so much for good
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
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 advice
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm, mm.
Ch 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 ch.
Hasta los cabagazos rápido, bro. Didn't even wait for us to say goodbye. Peace. Bye.
Eh,